the running game than the passing game. We're live on Ustream also here on the Amigo Show. 954-990-0036. I am Frank the Tank 305. Amigo's on his way, so have no fear. Amigo will be here. But Miami needs to pack the box today. Miami needs to play man. Miami needs to play bump and run in order to stop Nebraska. They need to concentrate on stopping the run. There's a lot of formations that we saw in the Louisville game that leave you scratching your head, wondering why it is that we're playing those formations on defense on 3rd and short, on 4th and short. When they have no receivers, you have two safeties in the secondary waiting for receivers. There's no receivers. Why are you playing the secondary? Why are you playing the safeties? Stack the box. Come on, D'Onofrio. Stack the box. The zone needs to go too, especially against Nebraska. You can't let this quarterback get the confidence to start thinking he's going to be able to pick this defense apart. I hope D'Onofrio has not been looking at the news saying, oh, they're eighth. They played FAMU. They played Arkansas State. Louisville torched us, right? Louisville torched us. So I'm getting text messages that I'm getting dead air, but I believe I am on the air. Give me a second so I can check this out. Oh, amigo. Making my life so difficult. I'm on air, buddy. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anywho, on the offensive side of the ball, they need to take the handcuffs off of Brad Kaya. I'm going to send one text out here to make sure I'm on. They need to take the handcuffs off of Brad Kaya. They need to let him throw the ball the way they've let him throw the ball against Arkansas State and against FAMU. It's not a fluke. Look at the way he threw the ball around against Arkansas State. True freshman record in yards thrown. Look at the way he's putting it on the money, hitting all his receivers in stride. He's showing a lot of confidence. Duke almost killed them missing a block against Arkansas State. But full confidence. Had one interception. The interception that he had was after, I don't know why. I call him the selfie king. We're talking about James Coley here. But I don't know why he takes Kaya out, puts in Heap, and then puts Kaya back in. So, okay, I am on the air, amigo. So it's on you. So they need to. I'm trying to hit amigo up here, doing everything at the same time. Feel like I'm an octopus today. But anyways, they need to take the handcuffs off of Kaya because Kaya has proven the last two games that he can throw the ball. Now, I understand why they did it in Louisville because maybe it was the freshman going into the game and they hostile environment and they didn't want him to freak out right away, start throwing interceptions around the field and then just totally kill himself, and that would have probably totally killed his demeanor for the rest of the season and probably for the rest of his career. So they went in there very gingerly. You know, they went in there like holding a donkey. Let's say holding a donkey on a rope, and you got a den of tigers just waiting for you to just drop that donkey and just inching him in little by little until finally he was just clobbered. I feel that's how they handled that situation. Did they handle it right? A lot say no, because they didn't give him the opportunity to shine. I understand you're holding him back, but they held him too far. They held him too much. They were holding him way too much. They did not let him open up. There was plays that it looked and it appeared that they were going to let him open up, but they never let him open up. So they need to let him open up tonight. If Miami wants a chance to win, they need to let him open up tonight. Especially if we're going to see constantly there's going to be 9 men in the box waiting for Duke Johnson to get the ball. Because if you're not going to let him throw the ball then when are you going to let him throw the ball? It's the best time to let him throw the ball. Field's open. Throw the ball. You got playmakers. You have receivers. Fast receivers. Sneaky receivers. Little Braxton Berrios is a little sneaky little receiver. Got good hands. He's been coming up with the catches. He's been coming up with nice plays. So you got little sneaky receivers in there. You got fast receivers. Look at Dorsett. Look at the moves he's putting on these cornerbacks. By the way, going back to the Arkansas State game, what was up with that fainting goat play? What was up with that on that fake punt attempt? I don't know if you saw this. You need to go to Bleacher Report and you need to look this up. So homeboy all of a sudden grabs his chest and feints backwards and hits the ground like if he's just dead. Lays there for a couple seconds. The ball gets intercepted, decides to get back up, and as soon as he gets back up, he gets rocked. So I don't know what was up with him. I don't know what was up with that play. I've never seen that before. They were bringing up plays on the Owen Noodles show that you can hear on Tuesday evenings from 6 to 8 on SoFloRadio.com, but they were talking about they were talking about a basketball play that you have a kid that looks like he stands on the corner of the court and like he's barking. And then all of a sudden, like all the attention goes to him. Then they inbound the ball and score the winning basket. The video's on YouTube. I looked it up. Basketball player barks like a dog. So the video's on YouTube. But it couldn't have been one of those plays. Obviously, the play didn't work. And anyways, if the play was going to work, they went to the opposite side of it. Nobody paid attention to this dude. And if you watch the video from one angle, you can't even notice what's going on. But if you go to the other angle, it's perfectly visible. I don't know. I'm going to ask Amigo when he comes in to see what he thought about that play. I hope he saw that play. But baseball's winding down. Regular season got about a week away or something like that. A few teams have clinched. We got Baltimore clinching. Angels clinched. Washington clinched. And the Dodgers clinched. San Francisco still fighting there for a wild card spot. Along with, I believe it's St. Louis, as my internet loads here. And I'm getting texts here in the studio that Game Day is ripping Jameis Winston. I mean, what else are you going to expect? Corso's doing it too, which is pretty interesting. So Oakland and Kansas City hold the wild card spots right now in the AL. San Francisco and Pittsburgh hold the wild card spots in the NL. Your central leader right now in the NL is St. Louis. And the central leader in the American League is Detroit. Those are the only two divisions that haven't been clinched. But, yeah, I mean, even Corso's ripping Winston. I'm not going to sit here and rip Winston the whole first segment. Amigo's going to come, and I'm sure Amigo's going to do that. With the little voice that he has, I'm sure he's going to do just that. But baseball's going to be fun this year. The playoffs are going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of teams that we don't see there all the time. I'm interested to see how Baltimore's going to do. I'm interested to see how Washington's going to do this year. Washington has been getting into the playoffs the last couple of years, but they haven't been doing anything. They've gotten eliminated, I believe, in the first round both times. St. Louis is a deadly, deadly playoff baseball power. You know, they're always there. They're always fighting to get into the World Series. They're a good team, and it's amazing the talent that team is able to just revolve and just keep on rotating through. No matter who they lose, they just keep on just getting talent. It's unbelievable. The Dodgers are going to be a very dangerous playoff team. I think the most dangerous playoff team is going to be the Angels, and that's actually my favorite to go into the World Series right now. They've been playing unbelievable baseball. They came out of nowhere and just took over Oakland. As soon as that trade went down, Oakland collapsed. And we said it here. I said it on my show, which you can hear it on Wednesdays here on SoFlo Radio from 6 to 7. I said it on Owen Noodles. That trade was the most horrific trade I've ever seen in my life. It absolutely was. I don't understand what Oakland's doing, getting rid of somebody that won back-to-back home run derby titles and is somebody that's been tearing the crap out of the ball. So then now they have to restructure the whole lineup. They pretty much move everybody from 5 up down a spot. And those players are getting pitches now that they weren't used to seeing when they were in the number 5 spot or the number 6 spot or the number 7 spot. They're seeing totally different pitches. And Oakland hasn't been able to come around. They won last night, 3-1 against Philadelphia. Kansas City got mollywopped by Detroit, 10-1. So Detroit actually has a game and a half lead in the Central right now. But they got hammered yesterday. I want to see what Kansas City's going to do as well, because that team came out of nowhere. I know they've been building the last couple years, but that team really came out of nowhere. 954-990-0036. This is the Amigo Show on SoFloRadio.com. Going to this MVP award though, like how do you vote on this? If you're a voter, how do you vote on this? If you have a vote to vote for the NL MVP, how do you vote? The two leaders for the NL MVP award was Kershaw and Giancarlo Stanton. Now McCutchen has gotten into the conversation, but it's hard to see Stanton getting dismissed from this award when he got hit by a pitch and he was very well on his way to win the NL MVP. Wasn't his fault that he got hit in the face with a pitch, and now he can't play. That's it. His season's over. So does he have the numbers? Did he have the height of the voters, the attention of the voters enough in order to win this award, which is going to be the question. I hope he does. It'd be nice to see him win that award, especially since he wasn't able to play. And I don't want it to be a sympathy vote either. I don't want it to be a vote because, he got hurt, poor Giancarlo, we're going to give it to him. No, look, I don't think Kershaw deserves, not that he deserves that award, because I do think he deserves that award, but I don't think Kershaw should get the award because at the end of the day, pitchers have their own awards. It's called the Cy Young for a reason, and that's a pitcher MVP award. Best pitcher gets a Cy Young. Guess who's getting it in the NL? Yeah, Kershaw. So why give him the NL MVP as well? Clayton Kershaw's had an unbelievable season. Unbelievable season. He's the first pitcher to get to 20 wins. But this should be an everyday player award. Remember, pitchers only play once every 5 nights or once every 6 nights, depending on what kind of pitcher they are, if they're a reliever or if they're a starter. Being Clayton, he's a starter. He comes out once every 4 nights, once every 5 nights, once every 6 nights, in that order right there, one of those numbers right there. So Stanton comes out every single night. Stan has to perform every night. Stan is asked to perform every night, and he has been performing all season until he got hit by the pitch. And I'm not blaming Fires for it, because as soon as he threw the pitch, it looked like he felt mighty bad about what he did. Going back to the situation, I think he got a little emotional, screaming back at the Marlins dugout, which caused the situation. But all that screaming came after a 20-minute delay of helping Giancarlo up. And then as soon as Reed Johnson comes up to the plate, I believe it's the very next pitch, he pretty much throws the exact same pitch at him. But at that moment, the pitcher's a bit cold. So you have to expect that he's not ready. I put the blame on the coaching staff for the Brewers. The pitching coach should have come out right away, and he should have taken him out of the game. Because that's it. He was cold. Should not have been sitting there for 20 minutes not throwing another baseball, and then all of a sudden come back at another pitcher. At another hitter. So I blame them. You can tell that the pitching coach right away came out and grabbed Fires and just pulled him off the field because it was pretty much him on the whole team. You can't blame a team for backing up their superstar like that. Superstar goes down, you got to fight. And a lot of the argument was coming at the umpire. A lot of the argument was coming at the umpire about I believe there was a balls and strikes count that the umpire had missed. Oh, you know what I believe it was? I believe they had called Giancarlo out. That's what I believe it was. I believe they had called it a strike 3 or something like that, saying that he went around. I think that's what it was, and Casey McGee went to go argue it. Giancarlo deserves it. We're going to take our first break here, 9:22 on the Amigo Show. I'm hoping Amigo walks through that door in the next couple minutes. This is Frank Fernandez. We'll see you on the other side here on the Amigo Show.
Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com.
Escape with your loved one to your own private fantasy world at the totally renovated Miami Princess Hotel, 4251 Northwest 11th Street, next to the airport in Miami. Unlock the secrets of your imagination in one of our 8 exotic theme rooms. Journey to the Orient in the Japanese room. Ancient delights await in the Roman room. Be the king of your jungle in the Tarzan room. Breathtaking suites designed to provide the utmost of intimacy. Miami Princess Hotel, located close to I-95 and the airport. Give them a call, 305-441-1862. That's 305-441-1862.
Welcome to the Moses Love Hour, filled with friends, live music, and conscious living. Take some time and come on the adventures aboard Mission Control. From the I Love Yoga studios in Dania Beach, Florida, USA, streaming live Sunday nights from 9 to 10 on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology, preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
We asked this gentleman to participate in our radio taste test challenge. On one table, terrestrial radio. On the other, SoFloRadio.com. Do you have your blindfold on?
Yes.
Try a bite of this.
Oh, God, that's awful. Tastes like the soiled briefs of a lonely fat man.
You just had a taste of all sports and corporate-backed right-wing assassin talk radio. Now give this a try.
That's gotta be SoFloRadio.com. Entertaining, funny, informative. I love it. Can I have more?
SoFloRadio.com. A full plate of delicious entertainment.
You are listening to The Amigo Show with Larry, the Amigo Million.
Now, you guys mind telling me what you're doing with my little green pal over there?
On SoFloRadio.com.
Who the heck is that?
Wayne Gretzky? On steroids?
Start it.
Zombie on the track.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team in. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. I done kept it real from
The Amigo Show live here on SoFloRadio.com. You can get in on the show, 954-990-0036. Yeah, so Stan deserves that MVP award, in my opinion. Got a text in here. The Marlins would not be anywhere near a wild card push like they were when Stanton was in the lineup. If Stanton wasn't in there, there would be nowhere near a push. So, I mean, I was telling people, hey, get your ass to the stadium one last time before this guy's gone, and I hope you did it. I don't like giving Luria money. My plan was to go tomorrow. My plan is still to go tomorrow. My brother's birthday's tomorrow, so that was the plan. But that's when I was going to see Stanton for the last time. So I'm kind of upset that I wasn't able to see Stanton one last time because I think he's gone. I don't think the Marlins are going to be able to afford him. The Marlins are saying that they're going to give him a big contract, but I don't think the Marlins are going to be able to afford him at the end of the day. And they failed on that one big time. That's going to be another epic fail because the Miggy deal was an epic failure. Look at the player he's become. Imagine if he was still wearing Marlins garb. Unreal. I haven't even brought up Jeter yet because I know Amigo's going to talk about him when he gets over here. Jeter's got like a week left in his career. Amigo sent me a hell of a video. I think it was a Gatorade commercial. And it was awesome. It was awesome. You know what? Look at this. Amigo's going to be proud of me when he walks in. I'm talking Jeter. But you know what? To be honest with you, I don't hate Jeter. I don't like the Yankees. That's where me and Amigo disagree a lot. I really dislike the Yankees. I don't have a reason. That's just the way I was brought up. I'm a Chicago guy, and I was always raised to hate everything New York. Sorry. That's what it is. It is what it is. City's gorgeous. Can't stand the teams. But this video, it has Jeter waking up pretty much on a game day. I believe it was that last Sunday when it was like Derek Jeter Day. And he's on the bus and said, no, you know what? I'm going to get off here. So he walks down the street, goes into stands, goes into a few of the bars out there, signs some autographs, take pictures, hangs out a few minutes with the fans, keeps walking down the streets, taking more pictures at the souvenir shop in the corner. I've been there a few times. I don't know the names. I know stands because it's a bar. And he takes pictures with the fans. He's walking into Yankee Stadium through the main entrance of the. Everybody's just like, wow. And he has a smile on his face, fist bumping everybody. I got the chills. I'm not lying. I got choked up when I saw that because that's what ball players are supposed to be all about. There's a lot of very arrogant ball players out there that they don't appreciate the fan. And that's one player right there that truly appreciates the fan. I said a story on the Amigo Show a couple weeks ago, and I saw a highlight one time that a fan was trying to reach over the lip of the dugout to try to take, like maybe an upside-down picture of Jeter. And I believe she got tugged back and she drops the camera. So the camera drops right on the foot of Derek Jeter. Picks up the camera. Somebody else in that situation would have probably picked up the camera and maybe given it to a security guard or something like that, and that's that. So Derek Jeter picks up the camera and he starts taking pictures of everybody in the dugout. And I'm not just talking about like candid pictures. I'm talking about like what's up, deuces up, crossed arms, smiling, everything. Finishes up, looks over the lip of the dugout, hands it right back to the young lady. Absolutely amazing. There's a lot of, I think baseball has like the most emotionally touching moments out of any other sport. Look, for instance, there's been a couple instances this year that somebody has gotten a baseball, a little boy has gotten a baseball, and he turns around and he gives it to a girl behind him. The most touching one was a couple weeks ago when it was a little, I think it was like a 7-year-old boy or 8-year-old boy, and there's a 4-year-old girl sitting behind them. He didn't even hesitate. The ball boy gives him the ball. He grabbed the ball. It was a foul ball. Gets the ball, turns around, gives it to the little girl. The mom is shocked, was like, oh my God. How adorable. Oh my God. But you don't see those emotional moments like that in football, like with the fans, fan interactions like that. Like you don't see that. You don't see it in baseball. You don't see it in basketball. You don't see it in hockey. That's a sport that the fans are least involved in because of the separation of the glass. But that's something that you see in baseball, and it's because of how close you are with the player. I mean, the player goes out to a foul ball, and you can touch him. He can land on you. He can jump on you. He can jump at your seat like Jeter did. But going back to Jeter, and that's the way a ball player should be. That's the way any player should be. As a kid, you always looked up to these professionals. So as you're a professional now, what you're gonna do? Kind of crap on the fans? You're not gonna pay attention to them. If somebody asks you for a picture, you're gonna ignore them. If somebody asks you for an autograph, you're gonna say no. Tiger Woods is one of the biggest douchebags in sports. Josh Beckett is another douchebag in sports. Those are the kind of players that you don't want around. Those are the kind of players that you don't want to be as a fan. You want... Oh, it wasn't a bus. That's what the text was. It was an Escalade. That's right. The Jeter thing. I got to give credit to my boy, Steven. Steven hooks me up, sends me texts, gives me corrections. It's like my Tony Reale here on PTI. But, bro, look, those are douchebags in sports. Like, Tiger Woods, I'm sure he watched golf growing up, and he idolized one of the players. And if he saw one of the players that he idolized, he would have wanted to get his autograph. So you go up to Tiger Woods and you ask him, hey, can I get your autograph? And he says, no, you're going to sell it. And if he does, I understand that you don't want people making money if you're not going to get a cut off it. But, bro, don't you have enough money as it is? Oh, maybe that divorce knocked the whole couple digits off of your paycheck or off of your bank account. But you still got bread, bro. Who cares if a fan wants to sell an autograph? That's his prerogative. He met you. He saw it. If he's your fan, then he's gonna miss out on not having your autograph anymore for a couple $100 or a couple $1,000. That's his prerogative. Okay. So I walked through a Marlins fan fest one time, and I go through the clubhouse, and Josh Beckett is there. I don't walk up to Josh Beckett. I'm about 20 years old at this point. There's a certain time that I think you can walk up to a certain athlete depending on where he is. I've gotten a little more, especially doing more sports talk radio. I've gotten a little more shy about that, I guess I can say. But this little kid goes up to Josh Beckett and he goes, "Can I have your autograph?" Josh Beckett totally blows him off and walks right by him. I was like, no way. I even told him, I was like, bro, you're an ass. Sign the kid's autograph. But you got douchebags like that in sports that don't appreciate the fans. Derek Jeter, on the other hand, is a hell of a class act. You know what it is to walk through the street as a professional ball player when you know you're going to get mugged, walk through the street and appreciate all the fans that have been there for the 20 plus years of your career? That's incredible. I can't say that I don't dislike that dude. I love that dude. That dude is unbelievable. Another douchebag in sports, and I think he's changed after the whole debacle came out on the Lebitard show a few years ago, is Tim Hardaway. You know, you got a 10-year-old walking up to Tim Hardaway. You see him on the street. Hey, Tim, can you sign this napkin for me? I'm with my family. Yo, dude, he's a 10-year-old kid. He's an 8-year-old kid. Sign the autograph. Keep going. What's the big deal? A guy that looks super cool too is Dirk Nowitzki. There was like 10 years ago, there was a show, that show Punked with Ashton Kutcher. He sent a kid over to Dirk that he was eating dinner with somebody, and Dirk was just signing away. Dirk must have signed 18 of his different memorabilia that he walked up to him. Yo, the kid even walked up with a LeBron James jersey and told Dirk to sign it as LeBron James. Indeed, and he did it because he's a kid. Who cares? Let the kid be happy. He found out later he got punked. Kind of showed that he was a little bit of a softie. But at the end of the day, he's a kid. We're going to take a quick break here on the show. When we come back, the man on the hour. Am I going to wait? You're just going to go to break, huh? Look who's here.
Of course I'm here.
Oh,
not a lot of voice, but I'm here.
It's okay, man. We're going to carry through.
Don't you usually carry me through? I mean, this is...
No, you carry me through.
Okay.
Don't give me that credit.
I sort of disagree with some of the stuff you said about Jeter.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
But I'm dying to get into it.
You know what? I'm glad to see you say something other than positive about Jeter.
I'm not going to make it to 12 with this voice. So.
Well, I mean, I'll help carry you today.
We shall see.
All right, we'll see. We'll be back. Amigo Show. 954-990-0036.
Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com.
Escape with your loved one to your own private fantasy world at the totally renovated Miami Princess Hotel, 4251 Northwest 11th Street, next to the airport in Miami. Unlock the secrets of your imagination in one of our 8 exotic theme rooms. Journey to the Orient in the Japanese room. Ancient delights await in the Roman room. Be the king of your jungle in the Tarzan room. Breathtaking suites designed to provide the utmost of intimacy. Miami Princess Hotel, located close to I-95 and the airport. Give them a call, 305-441-1862. That's 305-441-1862.
Welcome to the Moses Love Hour, filled with friends, live music, and conscious living. Take some time and come on the adventures aboard Mission Control. Mission Control. From the I Love Yoga studios in Dania Beach, Florida, USA. Streaming live Sunday nights from 9 to 10 on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology, preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
We asked this gentleman to participate in our radio taste test challenge. On one table, terrestrial radio. On the other, SoFloRadio.com.
Do you have your blindfold on? Yes.
Try a bite of this.
Oh, God, that's awful. Tastes like the soiled briefs of a lonely fat man.
You just had a taste of all sports and corporate-backed right-wing assassin talk radio. Now give this a try.
That's gotta be SoFloRadio.com. Entertaining, funny, informative. I love it. Can I have more?
SoFloRadio.com. A full plate of delicious entertainment.
You are listening to The Amigo Show with Larry, the Amigo Million.
Oh, have you not heard? It was my understanding that everyone had heard.
Heard what?
Brian, don't! Oh, well, a bird. Well, a bird, a bird. A bird, well, a bird. A bird, a bird. A bird, well, a bird. A bird, a word.
On SoFloRadio.com.
Papa uma mau mau, 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 papa uma mau mau.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Woo! Back again. That's right. Luda. Feel this. This gets meaner and meaner each time, baby. Feeling real good, too.
Right, I'm going to give this a try. This is not good at all. Survive it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to put you through it too long. I'm going to make my opinions, and I may be on my way because this is morbid to sound like this. I've been doing radio for a long time, and when you sound like this, it's funny at first. After about 20 minutes, it'll get annoying. The Amigo Show here on SoFloRadio.com. I thought it was a lot of stuff going on today. I was going to tell you to carry the show today. I've been struggling with my voice all week. Actually sick pretty much a couple of straight days in bed. So I'm recovering here. So I apologize. But there's just so much going on, I couldn't not come on and talk about it. So one of the things we're touching on now is Derek Jeter. And you're talking about the commercial. The commercial is, oh boy.
Don't worry about it. I'm not going to laugh at you today.
You have to. That was
I
funny.
won't make another promo out of it.
The commercial is dynamite. It's a choice of songs chosen by him, by the way. I think the concept of the video of the commercial sort of his as well.
Was it his idea?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay, that's cool.
His idea.
Which is even cooler.
But some people have been critical of Jeter lately. I have a friend of mine. She's Subway Squawker, Lisa Swan.
Of his performance pretty much this year?
Just about everything related to Jeter. Guys, he's a 40-year-old shortstop. The reason he's retiring is because his career is over.
He's done. Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
Okay, not because he chose to go out on top. He's done. He had that one more injury. He was at the top of the game when he got injured in that game. That's it. That you knew that night. I'm glad I never saw it live. I think I've seen it on replay once. I know it happened, and that's it. That play positioned everything else.
When did that injury happen?
That happened, I believe, a couple of years back in the playoffs.
Okay, that's the injury I was talking about. Okay. All right.
That's the one where, what's this lefty's name? They let it go. They should give him a contract till he's 50 because he can hit home runs on that porch. What's his name? Guy from Seattle, Miami guy. Ibanez.
Okay.
Ibanez went crazy hitting home runs in that playoff.
It's Carlos Ibanez, I think it is?
No, Raul Ibanez.
Raul.
So 954-990-0036. Here's what I don't think is fair about the criticism of Jeter. Jeter, his entire career has been a team guy, and he's never allowed or liked the attention on him. From having to close down the old Yankee Stadium in 2008 and they give him the mic, he'll do it. He's comfortable. He's Derek Jeter, but he doesn't like the attention to be on him. And if you noticed, he didn't go to a microphone alone. He brought the entire team to the microphone. Okay? He's a guy that has selflessly played the game the way the game ought to be played. He's one of those transient players where he would have been a Hall of Fame superstar in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s. And I dare anyone to argue me. I'm constantly on Twitter arguing with people about Jeter. I've argued with Sedano about Jeter. I have a host of friends that like to make fun of me about Jeter. Yeah. I understand that I have a slant because the guy's my favorite athlete.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Same way I have a slant with LeBron James. I think LeBron James is the planet's best basketball player, and your eyes aren't lying to you.
Agreed.
As much as whatever happened, I still believe that.
Yeah, I believe it too.
Your eyes aren't lying to you. That guy's the man.
The dude's good.
Okay. So, with Jeter, he was far different. Sedano made a point to me trying to tell me, oh, well, he was never the best at any time during his career. Well, first of all, I disagree with that. Second of all, if that's the case, so be it. But baseball is a game where part of what that Hall of Fame profile needs to have is consistency. Okay? So we laud Ripken, who had a lifetime batting average almost 40 points less than Jeter's. Okay? By the way, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeter played fewer games than him, but not by much. I may be wrong.
I'd have to look it up.
Okay? But we laud him for being the guy that broke Gehrig's record. We love him because he broke Gehrig's record, and he took he took the jog around Camden Yards. Everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen it.
Yeah, I remember it live. I saw it live. That was crazy.
So that makes him the best because he did it. He did that, right? But then when we have a Jeter who's been consistent, we don't want to acknowledge that. We want to use it against him. So here's the best part. My friend Lisa Swan, I've got to look this up here, dude. She says that he's narcissistic.
Because it's all about him?
You realize he's never done anything like this before. He's never done things like this before. He's never given the peek in. He's always been very private.
Yeah, he has, but this season was set up from the beginning to be all about him.
It's his goodbye.
Yeah, right.
It's when you roast somebody or when you're going to go honor somebody. Are they going to decline the honor? No matter how humble they are, it's not going to make it. The voice is not going to make it. I'm going to try. But
well, you're making your points now, so you're talking.
Yeah,
now, but
I'm trying to get them
when
out.
the show rolls on, I got you.
Do you understand that his consistency is exactly what makes him the greatest shortstop of all time?
Mm-hmm.
His ability, because the other argument I have with people, if he would have played for the Kansas City Royals, he wouldn't be such a big deal. So I find it interesting how all of a sudden he played with a bunch of studs. Not a bunch of people played with him. So then I ask, I go, well, of all those studs that he played with, who's had Hall of Fame careers? I love doing this to people because people's perception of the Yankees, it's an amazing thing. But the new age Yankees aren't what you think they are. They spend the money because that's who they want. And sometimes they overpay, which is why they spend the money. But why don't we break it down and let's call it what it is? Is Paul O'Neill... What was Paul O'Neill? I mean, I'm going to start going through a list of players that were great.
Yeah, and
but
that was
they
the beginning of his
weren't.
career. He's not an Hall of Famer.
Bernie
Williams is not either.
Right. We won one of our championships with Charlie Hayes at third base. Anybody knows who Charlie Hayes is? Charlie Hayes. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Hayes. Oh, well, Tino Martinez.
Okay.
Tino's a stud. You're right about it. Roger Clemens. I go, well, he spent a lot of years hitting against Clemens before he played with Clemens.
Yeah. Is it too early to put Cano there? Way too early, right?
No.
No?
No, it's not.
You don't think Cano's going to be a Hall of Famer?
I think he is.
I think he's on the fence.
I think it just depends what happens now in this stage of his career.
Right, exactly.
But apparently he's putting up numbers again, so it's a big park. I think that's the porch at Yankee Stadium helped him a little bit. It's not like he was hitting him 480. Yeah. He have pop, but he has, if you extend it 15, 20 feet, all of a sudden he's hitting 10 less homers.
Right.
It's the reason why, because he is a second baseman at the end of the day.
A-Rod's tarnished. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer.
I don't know if he is or isn't. The point is he only won one with A-Rod. He won the other four against him.
I don't think. Yeah, you're true, but I don't think he's.
Andy
I don't
Pettit,
think he's going to get in.
Andy Pettit,
Yeah,
Jorge Posada. I mean,
No.
I understand these are great players. They're studs to play with. But who's the only one that had the Hall of Fame career?
Yeah. You're right.
So the guy who has the Hall of Fame career sucks. And the only reason he had a Hall of Fame career is with everybody else. I didn't know those guys hit for Jeter when he hit 311 throughout his 20-year career. 311, guys. It's not lying to you, bro. The numbers are slapping you in the face. 6 all-time on the hits list. Oh, he's a compiler. No, he's not a compiler. It annoys me because it comes from a place you just want to dislike the guy. I want to dislike Tom Brady. What could I possibly say about Tom Brady? This is for you to answer and give my voice a chance to rest.
You want to hate him. You know how I feel about the Yankees.
Please tell me something bad about Tom Brady. That's the question. I'm not trying to be rude with you, but I'm trying to make a point.
I can't say anything bad about. He plays for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing bad I can say about Tom Brady because I would want him on my team.
Because he plays on a team, right?
Right.
Other than that,
that's
you
it.
got no problem with Tom Brady.
No.
Can't say anything bad about him.
Nope. Pretty wife. Good game.
I don't think she's that hot. Whatever.
Yeah, she's pretty.
She's all right.
I said pretty. I didn't say gorgeous.
I have a strange taste in women, though. I have.
He's amazing. That dude's an amazing quarterback. And I would love to have him on my team. That's why I can't talk crap. That's why LeBron, too. I hate LeBron now because of what he did and where he's playing. But I'm not going to say that LeBron's awful. And I've always said that about Jeter, too, man. You know me. You know I hate the Yankees. But you know that I like Derek Jeter. I think he's a hell of a baseball player. And I give people credit where credit's due. You heard me give Winston the credit earlier in this show.
We'll get on him in a second.
I know we will.
We'll deal with him in a second.
But look what I'm saying.
He's
a hell of a ball player.
We have a football game to talk about as well, if my voice can make it through.
He's a hell of a ball player at the end of the day. He's a hell of a football player. You can't deny that the kid is not good. He's good.
Who's this?
Winston.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he won the Heisman.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, I'm going to give players credit where credit's due, regardless who I hate and where my allegiances are.
So I don't know if I should have Lisa Swan on or not. She doesn't know that I want to have her on. But I'm going to read you excerpts of her column yesterday on SubwaySquawkers.com. You can check it out. She says, this is great. Even I have to admit that the new Derek Jeter ad for Gatorade is very well done, and it's understandable why it has struck such a chord. After July's fawning Nike ad, I wondered why Jeter didn't do a commercial thanking the fans instead of having everyone kiss his tuchus and show him respect. The latest Jeter commercial actually does just that, and in a vacuum. It would make a great send-off. But we've been through a season of stories about how Jeter is not merely a first-ballot Hall of Famer with 5 rings, but is the face of baseball, the ultimate team player, and the truest Yankee of them all. So I have to ask, how did Jeter, who came up with the ad concept, decide that the song that sums up his career is My Way? How do lyrics like, quote, to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me, I did it my way. And for what is a man, what he has got, if not himself, then he has not, to say the things he truly feels, and the words of one who kneels, work for somebody who is supposed to be all about team. There's more. I invite you to read it. I'm not gonna sit here and read it to you.
No,
I'm trying to save my voice.
I think she's looking a little too far into the commercial.
By the way, she's a Yankee fan, so I'm not even gonna disparage her. She's a good friend, actually.
I still think she's looking too far into the commercial, though.
You and me both.
I don't think the commercial was meant for you to really listen to the lyrics. I think it was more meant to see like what he's doing. I mean, that's when that has ever been done.
Is synonymous with a guy who's from New York, from the Jersey area. By the way, Jeter's from Jersey. He was born in Jersey. She also alludes to Paul Anka, who wrote the lyrics of My Way for Frank Sinatra, was quoted as saying, I'd never before written something so chauvinistic, narcissistic, in your face, and grandiose. Everything in that song was Sinatra. Okay. So.
I don't know, because I saw it and I didn't think of that.
I just think a guy who has 19 years of a track record of not being that dude doesn't become that dude if in year 20, when they're celebrating the last 19, they want to pay homage to him. They want to do this. There's at some point where that humility becomes borderline absurd or annoying. Oh, I don't want it. Oh, I don't want it. Oh, I don't want it. At some point, it gets old. Just my thought, my point of view. By the way, I'll be in the building Thursday night.
What building?
The Cathedral.
Oh, nice.
I made a decision.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that their last home game?
That's going to be his last game. He's not going to play in Fenway.
No.
Nope. I think he might tip a cap, but he's not going to play in Fenway.
Not even one game?
Nope. He wants to finish.
At Yankee Stadium?
Why not?
Did he say that? Or are you assuming?
This is what I'm hearing.
Don't make an ass out of you and me?
This is what I'm hearing from my sources. That will be it for him.
Okay.
This is costing me a lot of money. I want you to know this.
I'm sure it is. Last minute trip, flight alone. I'm sure
there's a chance of no hotel.
Wow, you're gonna sleep on the subway
and just kind of hop a red eye the next morning and handle it from there.
That's interesting.
Some of the dynamics of the trip haven't yet been finalized. They'll be done by tomorrow because you can't wait much more than that to do it.
And you're going solo?
It looks that way right now. There's a very outside chance of making it even more of a problem and taking somebody with me.
Yes. Okay, I was on there.
It's on a scale. It's already a problem for me, solo. But I can manage if I have to pull that stunt I just said.
Yes.
If I go with the Old Spice dude,
that's what
then I gotta make sure the room and everything's gotta be in place. I mean,
you don't think he can tough it out to do it right the next morning?
No, he can't.
No,
he's not that kind of kid. He's got to sleep. Yeah. But I'm just thinking. I put myself in his shoes, and then I always talk. You've heard me say the story about how they didn't take me. This is weird for me, dude. And I don't think I'll sob, but if I do, you just gotta let it roll. October 18th, 1977. Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs at Yankee Stadium. There are angles of some of those replays that show you my uncle, who's my godfather, and my dad sitting next to each other watching this behind home plate. A week prior was Game 1 of that World Series. Went extra innings. Paul Blair hit a single up the middle. Willie Randolph scored. I think it was 5-4 or 6-5 the final score in 11 or 12 innings. Struck a midnight. This happened. I didn't get back to Brooklyn till nearly 2 in the morning. Couldn't go to school the next day. My dad said, this will never happen again. And I was kept from going to see history. So, you put that on the scale, and you know that that's always bugged you. I grew up with that literally bugging me. That always bugged me. I thought it was a very selfish act for my dad.
How old were you?
9.
So about the same age. It was Anthony 10?
10.
It's
about the same age. The same understanding. He's probably a little further ahead than I was at that time. But I was sitting behind home plate for 30 games of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was there. It's not like, oh, we have this special little thing we want to give you. I mean, I used to go, but he decided I wasn't going.
This isn't great radio planning your itinerary on the air, but you can sell it to him as obviously the history. I know you're going to sell it to him as that, but
he loves Jeter.
It's also on the weekend because if it's a Thursday night game,
Thursday night. Well, he doesn't have school Thursday, but he would have missed school Friday.
Okay,
so there's no way around that.
All right, I mean, of course, because you guys are going to be flying back, but I mean, you're not going to do anything anyways after the game. You're going to go pretty much straight to the airport and wait out your flight.
It could be that way. If I have a room, I go back and go to sleep.
But you're trying to pull no room.
I don't know. We're weighing all of this out, and there's a lot going on.
What I'm trying to say is he can sleep in the airport.
Please remember. Well, he's not going to do that. My wife won't let me do that then. So that's why. If I can rough it, I can't take him.
You don't got to know.
954-990-0036. Yeah, bro. So
I hope she's not listening. I'm not going to be her friend.
She's dead asleep. We'll see what I do. I'll be able to tell you next week about it.
Man, I got Amigos back, bro. I'm trying to hook him up with everything. I told you, bro. I got you.
You're not the only one, bro. I got a couple guys that are like, man, you should take him.
I think you should take him.
They play on like little little strings there, but it becomes so much more. Like, this is already unreasonable for me to do it. So
I think if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't feel complete being there without him.
I
don't mean to make you feel bad.
It's funny that's the one thing that keeps coming up is, okay, I go by myself.
You're going to miss him so much.
And all I'm going to think about is that I'm here by myself. I'm not here with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to figure out and find a way to take him. Because I think that it'll be a life-altering moment. I think it'll be something he will never,
ever
forget. Because that'll be, and it'll be the house.
Dude, I remember one of the first games I ever went to in the Orange Bowl, and that wasn't Derek
55,000.
Jeter playing.
No, that place also gets me choked up too.
I will never forget that moment. And I was a jit. I was probably like 7 years old, and I will never forget it. He will never forget this.
Yeah, well, I get made fun of because I get choked up. And anyway, I'm a fool, bro. The bottom line is I'm not scared to give it to you guys on the air. It's just the way it is, man. We all have a passion for the sport that we follow, for the team that we follow, for the player that we love. On my time on the air, I've never made any, I've never pulled any punches. I've never, with one exception, I got mad at him when he did some negotiating of his contract a few years back that I thought he could have done it a little bit of a better way. I was a little annoyed with him, but that didn't mean he wasn't my favorite of all time. He's always been my favorite of all time, the way he's conducted himself. To me, he's a guy's guy. He's a George Clooney of baseball. He has gone out with every beautiful woman, and that's nothing wrong. By the way, guys, there's not, and I don't give a rat's ass if your wife is telling you it is. Tell her that I said it. No, she's wrong. There's nothing wrong with looking at another guy who has lived a single life and vicariously applauding it. There's nothing wrong with it. Because I'm getting a little tired, by the way, of the whole stigma over men. Because, all you guys do is drool over women. No. Calm your ass down. And you gotta have a wife that understands, and we play games with it, like the whole J-Lo thing. Mm-hmm. It's a big game in our house. We joke around, and I'm like, J-Lo keeps texting me and bothering me. Like, we goof with the whole J-Lo thing. My wife's a pretty good sport about that, generally. But most of the time, I see stupidity out there, all right? And there's nothing wrong with looking at a guy like Clooney, looking at a guy like Jeter, and saying, hey, you know what? Wow, what a life to be single, not have to have certain responsibilities, and to be going out with the most beautiful women in the world. Whatever, dude. It is what it is.
Right.
That's the appeal to him on one level. On another level, he's a baseball player. I don't give a rat's ass what Lisa says or anybody says. He's a consummate team player. He's a guy that puts his team first. He's always put his team first. He always plays 150-plus games. He's always there, present, ready, and accounted for. And there's a reason why they call him Mr. Clutch. And it's because come October, come November, even though his numbers mirror what he did for 20 years in baseball, that more makes a legend of him. Not many people go to a playoff and average for their life hitting .310 in the playoffs. Well, guess what? That's what he's done. Oh, well, that's no different than his regular career. Yeah, those numbers seem to be working out pretty good for him. 954-990-0036. Come back, we'll talk more Jeter, rag on Winston, and I'm on a quarter tank here with this voice, so I don't know how much longer I can go. Frankie, you got to get ready, bro.
Of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com.
Escape with your loved one to your own private fantasy world at the totally renovated Miami Princess Hotel, 4251 Northwest 11th Street, next to the airport in Miami. Unlock the secrets of your imagination in one of our 8 exotic theme rooms. Journey to the Orient in the Japanese room. Ancient delights await in the Roman room. Be the king of your jungle in the Tarzan room. Breathtaking suites designed to provide the utmost of intimacy. Miami Princess Hotel, located close to I-95 and the airport. Give them a call, 305-441-1862. That's 305-441-1862.
Welcome to the Moses Love Hour, filled with friends, live music, and conscious living. Take some time and come on the adventures aboard Mission Control. From the I Love Yoga studios in Dania Beach, Florida, USA. Streaming live Sunday nights from 9 to 10 on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology, preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
We asked this gentleman to participate in our radio taste test challenge. On one table, terrestrial radio. On the other, SoFloRadio.com.
Do you have your blindfold on?
Yes.
Try a bite of this. Oh, God, that's awful. Tastes like the soiled briefs of a lonely fat man.
You just had a taste of all sports and corporate-backed right-wing assassin talk radio.
Now give this a try. That's gotta be SoFloRadio.com. Entertaining, funny, informative. I love it. Can I have more?
SoFloRadio.com, a full plate of delicious entertainment.
You are listening to The Amigo Show with Larry, the Amigo Million. On SoFloRadio.com.
On deck, young Derek Jeter, the future Hall of Famer.
A rookie in '96.
Just one of those careers for a few years.
There it is, the Yankees' all-time hits leader. He is Mr. Derek Jeter. Mr. New York. Mr. Franchise. Mr.
Dynasty.
All-time.
Here's the kid, Derek Jeter, first big league assist. Here's the kid, Derek Jeter, first major league hit. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 hits.
Holy cow! He creamed it. It's a huge honor to put this uniform on every day and come out here and play.
Mr. New York. Mr. Franchise.
Dynasty.
All-time.
Got that style, got that
Grace.
He plays
this game.
The Yankees.
Play the man from New York, New York. The Swigs from
the captain
from New York, New York.
We have fun.
I come ready to play every day. That's my job. Ready to play every day.
It is gone. Mr. New York. Mr. Franchise.
Dynasty.
Women like a sharp-dressed man. What a woman will do. Derek Jeter as a fan. We salute you. Seal moves the grass. Jeter makes the catch. Look at that.
Flies into the stands. Mr. November.
Holy cow.
Mr. Franchise.
Strong throw. Wow.
Dynasty. He's a man. He's a woman.
All-time.
The Amigo Show here on SoFloRadio.com. Hour number 2. Number to call 954-990-0036. I always like playing that. I'm not going to be able to play that beyond next week. I will also have to retire the whole Jeter thing. I never did the skit that I wanted to do.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe now is the time.
Maybe.
Where his penis is not retiring. His penis wants to hold a press conference to let the world know that even though this numbnut here is retiring from baseball, this numbnut here is not numb.
Nope.
But he's ready to rock and roll. So a lot of talk has been around his final week. Looks like the Yankees not making the playoffs. So just discussions on how to round out a wonderful career that way. People have been very critical of him. I read a little piece of my friend's column on SubwaySquawkers.com. She is a Yankee fan, by the way, Lisa Swan. But she doesn't think much. She's actually been critical of Jeter this year.
Of his performance?
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, okay, I understand he's playing, but they should drop them in the lineup because they've kind of just let him sit there, and he hasn't been doing, he hasn't been producing much.
I know, but he's an attraction. What can I tell you?
But you can still keep him in the lineup, but put him down in the lineup, 7, 8.
I don't think that's how you want to end his career. No.
But you kind of sabotaged your team then.
What team? The team that
The team,
everybody got injured and they weren't going to make the playoffs
But
anyway.
you can't say that because they were like 4.5 games back not too long ago.
From the last wild card spot.
But they were still 4.5 games back. We were saying the same thing about the Marlins, bro. Everybody was saying the same thing about the Marlins.
You're going it with the captain, man. You let him play it through.
That's where all the
down.
has been from.
Not moving them down. So we talked about the Gatorade commercial. It was released a couple days ago. Nearly 4 million hits on YouTube. I'm going to see if we've got the volume. We have the volume here, right?
Yeah.
We do. So I'm going to try to play this. Hopefully it's not overmodulated. But basically the scene of this thing starts. There you go. He's riding across the bridge. He's in the back of an Escalade. He's by a playground, looking at the passages in New York, and he sees a New York Daily News says, "Goodbye, Captain."
I'll walk from here.
I'll say it
clear. You got to watch it. It's fantastic.
State my case.
What's happening, fellas? Who's winning? Hey.
Here's what's up, fellas. There goes the
I've
stands.
been here since '98 at the least.
That's awesome.
We're here now. Thank you.
I'm signing this old man.
happened? You all right, buddy?
Captured your spirit.
I love it.
I'm older. I don't know these things.
Me either.
Man, I get choked up again, man. This is awesome. I think I appreciate it a lot more too because I've actually been there, so I know what stands looks like and the street looks like. But this is awesome, man. Look, I'm getting teary-eyed, bro.
He truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it
I love it. I get goosebumps. He made wearing number 2 cool.
Awesome.
I'll tell you that much. 954-990-0036.
Yeah, I think that's why I appreciate that commercial so much more too, because he walked down a street that like I recognize, you know.
That was what was fun about it. That I've walked down the street before.
And I've been in stands.
I've been inside
I saw
stands.
that little sign that he signed. I saw it. You know, it's
like it's
like,
kind of
wow.
It was that was cool.
Yeah,
that was real cool. And then him coming. I like the part with the old lady. She goes, "I'm old. I don't understand these things."
Me neither.
I guess she was trying to take a selfie with Jeter, right? That's
Yeah.
what it looked like. And then he walks up through the front of Yankee Stadium, and everybody's going crazy when they see him. Of course they do. So I'll report what that's going to be like. And, boy. So I should take the kid, huh? Thanks, Steven, by the way. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to have to find a way to take him somehow. I'm not. I mean, this is going to. Oh, boy.
You're gonna have to sell your soul, promise the world something. But I think you need to take him.
Wow, bro. This is not good.
Oh man.
The thing is it will amplify the exhilaration of the moment for me. So, am I a wuss because I get teary-eyed about it? Like, for example, in my house, my wife rips me for getting like this about it. Like, listen, dude, back in 94, this is as simple as it gets. I was so pissed off at baseball. I went to the last Marlins game before they went on strike, which, if you guys don't remember, and I know it's a generation removed because it's been 20 years since that black season.
Yeah.
The black season because there was no playoffs. There was no World Series.
Montreal should have won that year.
There was no World Series.
Yeah.
Because they stopped playing baseball. I leave the silence there as kind of a reminder of that's what it was. It was dead silence. There was no baseball. No fall classic. So I show up to that game, shirtless, drunk, with signs making fun of the players. I'll never forget Jose Oquendo. They were playing the Cardinals, and Jose Oquendo was a bench player at the time. Might have even been a coach by then.
What are they doing playing the Cardinals?
The Marlins.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking Yankees.
No, I wouldn't go shirtless to Yankee Stadium like that.
Sorry.
And Oquendo's, I guess the catcher was putting on his equipment, so he's warming up the pitcher. And I start yelling at Oquendo in Spanish. Oquendo, ¿qué pasó, mi boricua? ¿Cómo está, men? Ven acá, una preguntita. ¿A dónde en Puerto Rico o donde sea tú puedes venir a la esquina a vender boniato y ganarte $1 million de pesos? The translation is, I said, I go, where in Puerto Rico or anywhere in the world can you go on the corners, the street corners, and sell sweet potatoes, which is very endemic of the Puerto Rican society, and make $1 million a year? And he looked at me because it was a strange question. And he just looked at me. And I go, exactamente, en ningún lado. Entonces, ¿para qué cojones no van a jugar pelota más? Ustedes son unos bandos de maricones. And what I said to him is, then why the hell aren't you going to play baseball? You guys are a bunch of, I'm not going to say the word.
Right.
And I vowed that I was done. That I was done with baseball. That I could find my sports entertainment in basketball, in college football, and professional football. And that I was done with baseball. Done. I didn't go to a game in 95. Done. Finito. And this little guy named Derek Jeter comes up with my Yankees, and the Yankees become relevant. Even though Seattle, like that end of that 95 season is when Seattle beat them in that series. But the Yankees were relevant. Yankees were playing baseball. You know? There's a lot of promise. You know? The family still had the tickets behind home plate, so there was still a connection. And I firmly believe I would never have continued to watch baseball had it not been for the rising of the Yankees again. Like, I was done with it. I was very upset. It turned me off that they were going on strike again. So this is a guy that, in my opinion, plays a big role in my staying on top of baseball the last 20 years. I don't know. It sounds a little overplayed, but I don't know. Like, I've grown up my whole life used to rooting for a team and rooting for certain players. I'll always root for my team. But there aren't the players to root for. I don't know. Who do you root for? Because I root for Jeter. Who do you root for?
You can do it. I root for the Cubs, and I still root for the Cubs.
I've taken a liking, you know who to Miguel Cabrera. Strange.
He's awesome.
I had such a liking to Miguel Cabrera. I heard you talking about him earlier in the show. Just consummate professional, goes the other way. Best stick in the game.
Epic failure by the Marlins, which was what I was talking about.
Oh, they always epically fail in those trades.
Because they're going to lose Stanton, too. And then we're going to look 10 years later, and we're going to be like, oh, my God, look what we could have had.
Well, they needed to keep Beckett, remember?
And
his
him,
blisters.
too.
And
Yeah.
Did you ever do the numbers that I told you to do about Beckett?
No, I didn't.
I'll pull it up now on the break. So, we haven't talked about Jameis Winston. We haven't talked about the University of Miami. Plays a big game tonight in Nebraska.
Huge.
Huge game.
Probably the biggest game in the golden era.
I don't agree.
I think for Golden it is. I think it's a good chance to get a lot of
So
haters off Golden's back.
last year's FSU game wasn't that?
Well, yeah, but this is now the biggest game in the golden era.
So this one's bigger than last year's FSU game.
Yeah, man, because there's a lot of people on the fence. There's even whispers that a fundraiser was raised so they can fly a Fire Golden banner over the FSU game down here. So there's a lot of haters right now saying that Golden's got to go.
I saw that.
And a lot of it has to do because they don't like that he hasn't done anything about D'Onofrio. D'Onofrio is the evil here. Everybody hates D'Onofrio. Everybody hates his schemes.
Why do they hate D'Onofrio?
Because our defense looks like crap. Our defense looks super soft.
Nobody's been louder. I'm not trying to put this on me. This is a little actually centric of me to say this. I've been very loud about not playing on the heels, but on the balls of your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And that when you back up into zones, you're not set up to play defense the way defense is supposed to be played in
Right,
football.
right.
That I think it's an anomaly. It's actually a physical anomaly to play zone without a portion of it being in a man. So there's zone man. You have a zone, but you man off the first few yards in the event the guy's running a slant, he's running a drag.
Well, there's also
then you
zones
let
that
go
you have
to a
men
zone.
playing man.
And then there's vice versa. There's man zone and then zone man.
Right.
Where you're dropping, and after 8 yards, the guy who's in front of you is your man, and you stick with him.
Right.
That creates the zone aspect for when the guy's doing his progressions in the first 2 seconds, and then come back and have to find an open man. I like that defense so much because of the situation where, generally speaking, the guy's gone from being covered in a zone to covered in a man, and he's never really been open. And I think that you're fine. I like that defense. I like the way that progresses and works. My criticism of him is he just puts him in zone, and he waits for the other person to make a mistake. And that's why over the years, quarterbacks have completed a large percentage of their passes against this defense because it's not set up to be on the balls. It's not set up to react. I'm watching replays of that Miami-Florida game back in 2003. Taylor exploding somebody, and I mean, just watching these guys decleat other guys, just playing snot-nosed football. And that's what I don't see in this defense. I don't find this defense to be aggressive enough. But if I'm the coach, right, and my best buddy is the defensive coordinator, and I think he can do the job, I'm going to live by him or die by him. I understand that.
Yeah.
I think in Golden's, I can't have it both ways. I criticize Coker for getting rid of assistants before pointing the finger at himself. I'm not sure I would agree. As much as I don't want D'Onofrio doing what he's doing, I'm not sure I would agree with firing him.
Well, something needs to change.
What needs to change, though? I can tell you that the offense needs to change.
We've been hearing the same excuse
and by the
from
way,
D'Onofrio.
James Coley's a friend. So, we talk about how D'Onofrio's friends, but friendship or not, there's a job to get done. I can't believe that Golden would ignore that there's a job to get done because of that friendship. I understand that he's going to play a favor to him because he believes he can do the job.
Right.
I believe Coley can do the job, but I don't think the job's getting done. I think that rinky-dink screen pass has got to go.
Yeah.
But there's some facets to that offense and the strange things that he does. That is a Coley offense. I remember from some of the things he did at FIU, it's just a Coley offense. It's what he does. But I think there's a lot to be proven on that side of the ball as to whether or not he's calling the right plays. Like, let's be honest. We got to work more through this. I liked what I saw last week.
Yeah.
But the opponent wasn't worthy. I mean, with all due respect.
Well, that's why I was saying the stat earlier of we're number 8 defense in the nation, but we haven't played anybody.
Yeah, and I think that's a bad stat.
That's a bad stat.
That's a bad stat.
But the stat's been thrown around all week on Twitter, and I'm looking at this stat, and I'm like, yo,
People
stop
should know
listening to
better.
this crap. That's ridiculous.
You got to go halfway through a season in college football before you can start looking at stats at anything.
You know?
954-990-0036. No, it's true. I mean, so the University of Miami, they do have their hands full. I like how Kaya has developed over the last few weeks.
Look, hold on. I don't want to cut you off. The thing with
Please do.
D'Onofrio. The thing that upsets me the most of him, and we've been hearing for 3 years, we don't have the talent, we don't have the speed in order to run the defense that I want to run. We haven't seen the defense change. This is the 4th year in Golden now. Golden has his players in there. He has his players in the mix. And we still don't have the players to run a good system. We still don't have the players to run man. All these players learn man in high school. That's what they played in Pee Wee football. That's what they played in man.
Instincts. I've said this. They play on instincts. They play Pop Warner. They play JV. They play high school football on instincts.
So when you
those instincts made them better players than everybody else.
Right.
Why do you take their instincts away and make them play on the back of their heels?
So when you're teaching somebody zone, that's a new system that they're learning. And now not only are they not playing with instincts, now they're playing totally thinking about where they're supposed to be. Look how much trouble Tracy Howard has had this season. We saw him goof up against Louisville a few times on a couple of missed coverages. They're not playing with instincts. They're playing thinking about what they're supposed to be doing. And when you play thinking, you don't play sports the right way. That's not when you shine. You shine when you just don't think about it, you just play the game. They're not letting these guys play the game. So if we don't have the talent, we don't have the talent the first year, fine. We don't have the talent the second year, fine. Year 4 now, we still don't have the talent to play the defense that you want to run. I haven't seen any change in this defense.
Yeah, I don't even think they blitz enough. Now, I will admit, I'm a blitz freak. And that's not good because you get burned. Especially if you blitz a lot, it becomes more predictable when you're going to blitz. The beauty of the blitz is when you do it and how you use it. But I don't think we use it enough.
We don't.
And that lends to not being aggressive. Now, statistically, we're 8th in the country. Let's see after today what happens. It's a tough environment to play in. I will say this. It's not like going to Louisville. It's not like going to Blacksburg on a Thursday night later this season, which to me is a far bigger problem than tonight's game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a place where if you win or lose as an opponent, as you leave, they applaud you.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah. Yeah. I heard the same thing about Louisville, to be honest with you.
No, they don't do that shit in Louisville. Sorry. There it goes.
I have friends that went. I have friends that went to the Louisville game.
They didn't applaud anybody.
I have friends that went to the Louisville game, and the fans were telling them, "Thank you for visiting our stadium."
That's different.
Oh,
and
well.
they may have been sarcastic when they were saying that, by the way.
No, he told me. My friend told me that they were being very genuine, and I heard it from more than one person that didn't go together. They're being super respectful. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for visiting our town. Remember, it's a small town, so they're kind of grateful for anybody going over there to go visit them. Lincoln's the same way, though.
Lincoln's different, though. Those guys are like, they will applaud. I don't. They want our blood, though. Remember, we're a thorn in their. We're their Ohio State.
There's a lot of history. Yes, there's a lot of history there, and we've been on the upside of the
I
history.
made some people laugh today when this week when I used that as an example. We are their Ohio State.
The last time we played them, we beat the crap out of them.
That's such a bad memory for them. Oh, don't remind me. They don't want to hear it.
I watched that game the other day. You know, another thing that this defense doesn't have that defense had was a crap load of speed.
What game are you talking about?
The 0-1 championship.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, that was the last time we played them.
I know. I'm talking about 83. That one.
I know. That was a 2-point conversion fail, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because the 0-1 championship, we mowed through them. We're still scoring on them.
I know. Yeah, and we're still sacking Crouch.
Yeah, that was pretty disgusting. So Jameis Winston stands up, student union, and uses the FHRITP What the hell is that, by the way? Some meme? What is a... Please tell me, first of all, what's a meme?
How about we tease this and go on break?
Okay, what's a meme?
It's a meme, I think it is.
Meme?
It's a meme.
What the hell's a meme?
Those are those pictures that you see, and then all of a sudden,
Like
it's
the
like
frog
says something
drinking
on the
the
top.
tea, and then you guys
right.
fill it in?
It's none of my business.
But it's none of my business.
That's a meme. That's a meme.
We'll be back.
Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com.
Escape with your loved one to your own private fantasy world at the totally renovated Miami Princess Hotel, 4251 Northwest 11th Street, next to the airport in Miami. Unlock the secrets of your imagination in one of our 8 exotic theme rooms. Journey to the Orient in the Japanese room. Ancient delights await in the Roman room. Be the king of your jungle in the Tarzan room. Breathtaking suites designed to provide the utmost of intimacy. Miami Princess Hotel, located close to I-95 and the airport. Give them a call, 305-441-1862. That's 305-441-1862.
Welcome to the Moses Love Hour, filled with friends, live music, and conscious living. Take some time and come on the adventures aboard Mission Control. From the I Love Yoga studios in Dania Beach, Florida, USA. Streaming live Sunday nights from 9 to 10 on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology. Preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
We asked this gentleman to participate in our radio taste test challenge. On one table, terrestrial radio. On the other, SoFloRadio.com.
Do you have your blindfold on?
Yes.
Try a bite of this. Oh, God, that's awful. Tastes like the soiled briefs of a lonely fat man.
You just had a taste of all sports and corporate-backed right-wing assassin talk radio. Now give this a try.
That's gotta be SoFloRadio.com. Entertaining, funny, informative. I love it. Can I have more?
SoFloRadio.com. A full plate of delicious entertainment.
You are listening to The Amigo Show with Larry, the Amigo Million.
My name's Noah J. Bird. Noah J. Bird? Oh, you like to fly. What's your name, baby? They call me Soul Baby. Soul Baby? Yeah. Keep it in control, baby. Tears, no fears, man. Oh, is that right? Respect it, don't neglect it. All right, my brother. Treat it, don't beat it, my man. All right, baby.
On SoFloRadio.com.
You're a badass mother...
Yeah, I'm the only one to get the job done. I don't know no one that could cover for me. Yeah, got some game from my day. So she might say she love me, she don't love me like she say she love me. Believe me, believe me. I'm that nigga boy that love me in the street. I'm not trying to find nobody else to beat. I'm the one they come to see because they are. Believe me. Yeah. Rip. It's being me and Young Tune off the rip.
The Amigo Show back live here on SoFloRadio.com. I killed Amigo during the break. I teased it to you guys. He had no idea where it came from, and I killed him during the break. I think I lost him for the rest of the show. He's over here. If you're watching on Ustream, he looks like a little kid laughing. He's totally red. He's slamming his hands at the table, and he almost busts his ass. I hope you're watching live on SoFloRadio.com. Oh, man. Are you going to be able to get through this segment?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. So you want me to tell the audience what this is all about? So we teased this going into the break. All right, so the whole... I can't say the acronym.
It's FHRITP. All right, so it's bleep her right in the bleep.
Yeah.
So this is apparently what Jameis Winston stood up and screamed at Student Union.
Yeah.
Apparently, he got the idea from this new craze on YouTube of people who will interrupt
live news
feeds or get interviewed for a live news feed and use this FHRITP live on TV. Dude, there's one. There's a compilation of vines on YouTube that I'm still recovering from. It's so funny. These people random. One guy comes, takes the microphone away from a lady who's reporting and just screams it and gives it back to her. Like, just the most random. I've never seen anything like this before. So, evidently, this is where Jameis got the idea. And it's still a bad idea, dude. Like, I'm laughing at the meme. Is this what this is called?
Meme, yeah, meme.
If it were clean, I'd play it, but I can't even do that because it's just not clean. But it's hysterical. Ay, Dios mío. So apparently, after the sordid track record of one Jameis Winston, whether it's a pellet gunfight, stealing crabs from Publix, accused of getting raped. What's the other thing he did? There's one more.
No, was that the BB gun?
No, there was one more early. They pointed it out yesterday. I'm going to look it up.
I thought it was the BB gun.
I'm going to look it up. There's one other thing this clown has done. Nonetheless.
They're saying that it might be more than just a game for Winston, though. It might be more than that. It's a lot of the news that I was reading around this morning, gathering more breaking news for the show. That's what was the talk, that it's going to probably be more than just this game. It'll probably be more than that. The funny part about it was that Jimbo Fisher's name is nowhere on the suspension report. This was done late last night, one of the most impactful games of the season, and Jimbo thought that he was going to get away with just suspending him for the half. A good old slap on the wrist. I didn't know
what you just said, though. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's whispers, That's what I was reading around this morning.
All right, so Jameis Winston suspended initially for a half. Now apparently he's suspended for the whole game today against Clemson. Incidents: sexual assault complaint, shoplifting incidents, obscenity. That's all they have on Wikipedia, of course. Why do I look at Wikipedia? I saw a report on ESPN yesterday. There was one other thing he did. Why am I drawing a blank? Anyway, it doesn't matter. He has done a myriad of things. He's been involved in a myriad of things. And one of those things is being accused of rape. So you would think, if you're innocent, right, that you would be sensitive enough to understand what goes along with being accused of rape and being thankful that you were fine, because he's claiming it's consensual sex. So whatever. I'm not getting back into that conversation. The point is, something happened. Whether it was allowed or not, that's what's in question. We want to believe the guy. He needs to be sensitive to the fact that lingers. He needs to be sensitive to there's currently a Title IX investigation going on over that incident to stand in the middle of Student Union and holler FHRITP. I think he loses major league credibility. He makes himself very much a liability, not just for himself, not just for the football team, but for the institution. I mean, some friends who are FSU fans argue that if this was somebody else, they wouldn't do it. I go, exactly. Exactly. Somebody else would have gone through what he went through, they would have already been kicked off the team.
Yep.
So they wouldn't be going through this. You're right. And that's where a lot of FSU fans are failing to understand. I can't believe he's being suspended for sitting there and screaming an obscenity. Get over it. No.
Well, look at his track record. That's the thing. Look at his track record. And yeah, you're right. If it was anybody else, they wouldn't have to deal with this because they would have already been kicked off the team. The only reason why Jameis hasn't been kicked off the team is it's because he is the team. Without Jameis, FSU doesn't go anywhere. I want to see how Sean McGuire is going to go ahead and play today. It's going to be interesting. I think that's his name.
Yeah, McGuire's getting the start.
Look, I don't know how credible this is, but this was one of the tweets I saw, and I don't know how credible you can be if your handle is at Tony Baloney. But according to this, I think this guy's an FSU fan. According to my source at FSU, word is James could be finished. This is about to get deeper. He didn't elaborate.
That's interesting.
But again, look at his name, so I don't know how.
I mean,
but that's an FSU fan with crap in their pants. Because they know that this is the guy.
I don't think he's going to be suspended more than a game. I'm actually surprised they went with the extra half.
We will see. I guess this goes deeper. Maybe FSU, the school, they just set up a very, very interesting scenario right now because now it's not. Now it seems like maybe the school's had enough of it. Like that's it, we're done. I understand he's great, but we're done. Like we don't need to be babysitting this kid, and this kid seems like he's gonna be babysat. His draft stock has dropped. I don't know how much Keenan's you put into that, but Mel Kiper already put him down at like 25th.
Well, he's just.
And
I don't know
Kiper's
what team.
usually right.
I don't know what team would want to take that risk.
Dallas, because Dallas is always going into PR nightmares because they want the attention. Look, they were the only ones that go after Michael Sam.
Yeah, but that's different.
But they don't care about the PR about the PR.
I think they think they'll get more out of him than what apparently the value is. There's a value they're buying.
Yes,
they're buying
I
cheap
agree with that.
with that guy.
But look at the PR around the
Which,
guy.
by the way, I actually agreed with the football move.
Yes, I do too.
I don't even understand. Like, I understand that the Rams, they were deep at that position, but as far as a football move is concerned, a team that's struggling in defense, they need somebody.
Yes.
And the guy is always around the ball. I don't care if it was like I don't give a lot of value to preseason, but the guy played his pants off.
In fact, I was upset that the Rams
That
cut
wasn't
him
the right use
because
of terminology there, but whatever.
But I was mad that the Rams cut him because I thought he played good.
No, that's fine. He's going to be good with Dallas.
I know he's going to be good with Dallas.
I'm telling you, he's going to make an impact. He's going to play football games.
But look at the PR that comes around Michael Sam. So Jerry Jones doesn't mind that. Jerry Jones is an attention whore.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
So that's probably why I would think that that's the only team that Jameis Winston would actually go to. And he ain't going anywhere with Tony Romo. Where's he going with Tony Romo? Come on, really? You give another person the chance. And why not Winston? Bro, Winston can play, man. He can play. Now he needs to get his things
There
together.
you go.
I slipped too.
There you go.
He's got to get his things together, but the dude can play.
954-990-0036. So they up it to a game. Goodell yesterday talks about taking responsibility. Incredibly timed. I heard you talking some baseball in the first segment.
Yeah.
I'm baseball. I'm going to talk baseball. It's going to be about Jeter, and we already did that, so I'm leaving that.
That's fine. You're not looking forward to the playoffs? I know your Yankees aren't in it.
I'm looking forward to Thursday.
Look at the smile on your face.
So yesterday somebody was trying to map out the dollars behind this to scare my wife over dinner.
Who's this? Like, that's not your friend, right?
Oh, my brother-in-law. Jackass. Yeah, what an ass, right? I just looked at him like, you're like incredible, aren't you?
Shut up, bro. Like,
so whatever. And she looked at me and I said, I'm going. That's all I said. I'm going. It's not up for conversation anymore. I'm going. So I'm struggling with the whole thing with my kid. I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to take him. But
because of the tired thing. I think he can tough it out. Like, bro, you know what? You don't have to go if you don't want to. Bro, lay the facts out to him. You're probably not going to be going to sleep until you get back on the plane. That probably won't be till 6 o'clock in the morning the next morning. Well, then let him make the decision. If he's down for all that, then he's down for all that. So then later on you can tell him, listen, you agreed to this. This is what we have to do. He can bitch all he wants, but at the end of the day, you warned him about it. It's not like you're surprising
You
him.
know, the guy's getting me straight A's again. Progress reports came again.
I think he deserves it.
Change of school, change of grade, change of venue, change of atmosphere. Guy still gets straight A's.
I think he deserves it.
Yeah, we got the thing in the mail. The 2 perfect F-Cats. Like,
wow, man.
So, not to diminish my daughter's efforts because she's very good at school, but I got to see what I do, bro. This is killing me. It's killing me.
And when do you have to make this decision by?
Probably by tomorrow, the latest. I
would have said by yesterday.
I want to be booked. Yeah, well, today, this afternoon, there's going to be a lot of work done in that area. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. 954-990-0036.
Come home with flowers.
I don't know. Well, she's fine with it. That's not the issue. I will say this. Getting back to Jameis. I hope people understand that this is a part of the past, not standing up at student union and doing this. Because I think we've all done something stupid like that in our past.
Yeah. I don't even think what he did was that wrong, to be honest with you.
Now that I see what this is about, which I found incredible comedy from it, I don't want to say it changes my perspective. I just think that he's the wrong guy to deliver that message because of his past.
Well, I don't think.
And by the way, the perception that he's gotten away with it too.
Yeah.
Because that's the other problem with it. It's not so much his past as that there's a perception that he's never been held accountable for those actions.
Right. Right. And I mean, I don't think what he did was wrong. What I do think is that he needs to think about it, because it's not like he's just you or me doing it. If you or me went out there to student union and just screamed at it, it's just, all right, it's just a guy that's screaming it. But this is a high-profile athlete in that town for him to be the one to be screaming things like that.
Let's go to break. When we come back, we'll do a little more of this. I want to watch some more FHR ITP videos. This is too much. You're listening to The Amigo Show on SoFloRadio.com.
From the heart of downtown Hollywood, this is SoFloRadio.com.
Escape with your loved one to your own private fantasy world at the totally renovated Miami Princess Hotel, 4251 Northwest 11th Street, next to the airport in Miami. Unlock the secrets of your imagination in one of our 8 exotic theme rooms. Journey to the Orient in the Japanese room. Ancient delights await in the Roman room. Be the king of your jungle in the Tarzan room. Breathtaking suites designed to provide the utmost of intimacy. Miami Princess Hotel, located close to I-95 and the airport. Give them a call, 305-441-1862. That's 305-441-1862.
Welcome to the Moses Love Hour, filled with friends, live music, and conscious living. Take some time and come on the adventures aboard Mission Control. From the I Love Yoga studios in Dania Beach, Florida, USA, streaming live Sunday nights from 9 to 10 on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology. Preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
We asked this gentleman to participate in our radio taste test challenge. On one table, terrestrial radio. On the other, SoFloRadio.com. Do you have your blindfold on?
Yes.
Try a bite of this.
Oh, God, that's awful. Tastes like the soiled briefs of a lonely fat man.
You just had a taste of all sports and corporate-backed right-wing assassin talk radio. Now give this a try.
That's gotta be SoFloRadio.com. Entertaining, funny, informative. I love it. Can I have more?
SoFloRadio.com. A full plate of delicious entertainment.
You are listening to The Amigo Show with Larry, the Amigo Million.
Oh, have you not heard? It was my understanding that everyone had heard. Heard what? Brian, don't! Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a word, a well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a word, a well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a word, a well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a word.
On SoFloRadio.com.
Papa uma mau mau, 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 Papa uma mau mau.
Who y'all talking to, man? Check it out. Check it out. This here goes out. Cribs. Thinking this is sweet. You can creep up on your ass. Live to inspect it. Check it. I kick flows for you.
Oh, this is too funny. Leave that song on. That's one thing I want to talk about. Did you hear Levitard interview Starks?
No.
Bomani, the old man, and Levitard interviewed John Starks. Put it up. It has to do with this song. Have you ever heard this song?
Yeah, of course.
So what's he doing in this song? Biggie's talking about he's where?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Listen. Just listen to this song. So apparently, he's talking about some girl that he's about to. Now listen. So she gets beat from a player off the New York Knicks. In the song, they mention he's 6'4". So forever, it's been like part of pop culture wondering who that Knicks player was.
Oh.
And many thought it was John Starks.
Okay.
Starks was just like at 6'3", 6'4". You have to see this on YouTube. Levitard and Pomani flat out ask him if he's the guy in the Biggie Small song.
Get out of
He
here.
says no, that it wasn't him. The first thing he says is, by the way, they lied about my height. I'm like 6'1" on a good day.
What?
So they're talking about his dunk on
Right,
Jordan and
right.
everything. 6'1".
Wow.
So Levitard started going through the roster. He says, it's Hubert Davis. It's Hubert Davis. It has to be Hubert Davis.
Levitard's crazy, bro.
Well, the funny thing is what he did discover from Starks. He's like, who was it? Starks says he heard about something like this happening, but that he wasn't going to talk about it. So apparently this is really a true story.
Yeah.
So apparently Biggie really was, it won't take long to figure it out from there.
No.
You just go back more or less to when the year was and who played with the Knicks and who's 6'4", and you can pretty knock it off little by little.
Yeah, there's not many, so you can actually write the whole list, even if it's from like 91 to like 95
Knock it down,
or whatever.
you can knock it down
right.
to it's a 7 or 8.
Yeah. Wow.
Amigo Show here on SoFloRadio.com. So I'm watching more of this FHRITP. This is nonsensical. This is crazy.
I actually have a story to tell too, man.
I'm all ears.
You know the Canes games, when you go to the games and they text the thing on the scoreboard, TDs for TVs or whatever, you send a little number, you send Canes to the number that they text, and then they pick a winner. Depending on the score, you win a TV.
I heard they did that last week in the game.
Yes, I scored. I won.
You were the winner?
I was the winner, bro. I was the
kidding?
winner.
You won a
No,
TV?
I won a TV. So check this out. So they called me on Thursday. I won during the FAMU game. Okay, so they called me the Thursday before the Arkansas State game, and they tell me the story, and they're like, bro, you won. And I'm like, bro, you got to be kidding me, right? They're like, no, really, you won. I'm like, all right, cool. So they're like, come Friday, put some gear on. Come Friday, we're going to take pictures of you because we're going to put you on the scoreboard for the Duke game. I'm like, all right, sounds good, you know? So on Friday, I wake up, and I'm doing my SDD, my sit-down duty in the bathroom, and I notice that my underwear's on backwards. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to turn it around. This has to be good luck. This has to be good luck. There's a reason why I'm telling you this. You're looking at me crazy.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's
all right. It's
the
coming. It's
backwards
coming.
underwear.
So I was promised a 42-inch TV. So I get to Tiger Direct, and they pull a 40-inch TV out of the office. Okay, and I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. They said 42, you know, but. Bro, I'm very grateful for anything that I get. So even if they would have given me a 24-inch TV, I would have walked away with it happy because it's a free TV, you know?
So how'd they figure that they were short 2 inches?
The promotion guy noticed. He's like, wait a minute, I promised you a 42-inch TV. This is a 40-inch TV. So he walks away with the TV. So when he comes back, he's like, all right, they're calling the store manager. So I'm telling him, bro, I'm about to move out. I was looking for like a 47-inch TV, but this is perfect. You know, 42 is going to be awesome. It's only 5 inches smaller. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, I see him talking to the store manager, so I walk up to go get him. So there's a guy coming through the aisle with a box. So I move out of the aisle, out of the way, so the guy can come through, and he puts his box down on my feet. And I go, what's that? And he goes, it's your new TV. And I go, but I thought I was getting a 42. Bro, a homeboy dropped the 48-inch flat screen on my feet, and I walked away with a 48-inch TV. How about them apples?
Wow.
I even told the dude, I go, listen, like, the thing on the scoreboard, I mean, I participate because I always participate. But to be honest with you, I thought it was a marketing scam. Like, because as soon as you send a text, Tiger Direct sends you 2 texts right back. One that if you spend more than $50, you get $20 off. And another one, thank you for applying. I thought it was a marketing scam just where they have your number and they keep on giving you stuff and sending you things. And he goes, yeah, but we pick a winner and you were it. I'm like, wow, bro, you got to be kidding me. So I won a 48-inch, bro. How about that?
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, man.
Look at that.
How about that for a story? So the underwear backwards paid off.
So you think that was good luck?
That was good luck. That was good luck. But you can't do it purposely because it won't work. It was sin querer, you know what I mean? I just noticed, I'm like, I ain't going to turn it around. The hell with it.
What are your keys to victory in the game tonight?
Taking the handcuffs off of Kaya.
But I don't think they've done that. What are you afraid that they're going to revert back to
Louisville? Yep. I'm afraid that Nebraska's going to stack the box and dare Kaya to throw the ball on them. And I have a feeling that we are actually going to do it today. I am afraid that we go back to just giving the ball to Duke. We got to mix it up. And they've done a good job the last couple games, but they haven't been afraid of the defense of FAMU and Arkansas State. I mean, who's scared about that? You know what I mean? But they need to let Kaya throw the ball. Kaya's been on the money. It's not like Kaya's been throwing a very inaccurate pass.
I like the way he throws the ball.
Bro, there was people saying, can we change Kaya and Tannehill? Because Kaya throws more of an accurate pass down the field.
He's got good zip, too.
Bro, the kid has a... I saw Heaps. I don't need to see Heaps. I see why they picked Kaya over Heaps. There's nothing there that attracts me.
I'm no longer on that.
I'm done with that.
I'm finished.
Next.
Second guessing that one.
Get the hell out of here.
Done with it.
But dude, Kaya looks good, man. But they need to get the.
They gotta give the ball
handcuffs.
to Duke. They can't be afraid of running the ball with Duke. It'll set everything up for Kaya. He's still a freshman. I don't think these guys can cover our athletes, but I think they're going to be stoked to want to. So the only way you relax them and get them off their game a little bit is by running the football, doing something unconventional early in the game, drawing them to come to different areas defensively and leaving man on man on the outside with Dorsett, with Stacy Coley. I think using Clive is a big deal as well.
Oh, yeah.
Their linebackers are good, but that stuff's going to, when you start inside outing and then inside, that guy's going to be open. Where that guy's going to be open big time is if you're running the football and then you send your guys on flies and you bring your tight end underneath. There's not going to be a linebacker with the speed to keep up with Walford and beat him to the edge. I'm an old school offensive guy, and I marvel with Coley's mind offensively. And I had an opportunity when he was at FIU coaching with Mario to sit with him and see some of the stuff he does offensively. I told you the story about the play against Arkansas State.
Right.
That was a play that he was showing me, and I told the coach, I said, Coach, if you did this, you'd have this guy streaking wide open. If you did. Looked at me, went and told Coley something. They went to it. And then I think I told you the story. Coach goes, watch, you're going to like something you see,
right.
Whatever. Next thing I know, he's freaking calling my play. That was great.
Defensively,
that's all part of Coley's system. I think defensively, I think you're going to be surprised. I think you're going to be surprised with defense because their offenses tend to be one-dimensional, that is.
They're eighth in rushing.
They can run the football, and I think we're going to have an easy time stopping them. I don't think that's the problem with our defense. I think the problem is when people go and run 8, 10, 12-yard curls on us, they're always successful. So what's good is I think we can stop the run. The bad thing is they're going to go to those 10-yard curls afterwards. I hope that we're aggressive enough to not be afraid to get beat long because those guys, I'm not sure they can beat us long.
They're 47th in the passing game. So,
but again, stats right now are
right. They're irrelevant. I mean, Nebraska hasn't played anybody. So, I mean, bro, Nebraska played. I'll tell you right now as it loads up. McNeese State. They played FAU, McNeese State, Fresno State. ¿Quién son esa gente?
Yeah, they haven't played anybody, man. And they almost lost one of those games, too.
Yeah, they almost lost to McNeese State. McNeese State ran the ball all over them. They ended up winning 31-24. But we need to stop that run. We need to try to play a little more man than we've been playing because I don't think we've played man at all season. And we need to stack the box on Abdullah because Abdullah's good. And he's one of the Heisman favorites right now or whatever. Not favorites, but like he's in the Heisman discussion. The dude's good. The dude can run the ball. That's why they're 8th in rushing. I mean, they haven't played anybody either, but that's going to be their thing. They're not going to throw the ball on us. They are, but they're not going to throw the ball on us like that. If we give them the creases to throw the ball on us and let the quarterback pick us apart, then yes, I see us being in a lot of trouble.
954-990-0036. I don't... 31-27 is what I wrote down on a napkin yesterday.
Canes.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. My friend's like, what do you think's going to happen? He's like, you think we win? I'm like, I always think we win.
Yeah, I'm a bad guy to ask that because I'm always going to try to pick the Canes.
Always. I'm always going to try to find the positive on the Canes side.
But to be realistic on this, it's like I think they can match up with their running games. And I think it's going to really come down to how our defense can manage what they're doing offensively. And what I mean by that is, again, they're going to come out and run the ball. I don't think they're going to come out slinging. I don't think they're going to come out throwing the ball. They're not going to come out. And if they do, I'm wrong. But I don't think that's where their strength is. Their strength is they're going to try to establish the run. and they'll have some minor success, but it's not something where you can just run all over us. I don't see that happening. At some point in the game, they're going to have to throw the ball. When they do, I hope we're not 8 yards away from the guy who's catching the ball. I hope we're not playing that stupid soft zone that we like to play.
Yeah.
That's my bigger issue.
That's our Achilles heel.
I'm dying on you, bro.
I know. You've held up pretty well, to be honest with you. I think your voice has gotten better.
You think it's gotten better?
Yeah.
I'm talking lower is what I'm doing.
Well, it sounds better.
Well, I'm dying. I'm going to try to hold on as long as I can.
That's cool. If you can give me another half an hour, I think it would be good.
I'm going to try. I don't know, man.
That's fine. If you got to get up, you got to get up. It is what it is.
Before I go to break, I heard you talking about the MVP in the National League. Giancarlo Stanton or Clayton Kershaw. You know, historically, the guy who plays on the teams that are successful wins the award. I can remember one year.
The everyday player, you mean?
Yeah. Well, the guy who plays on the team that wins, yes, is more likely to get an MVP than a guy like Stanton who plays on an also-ran who put up good numbers.
But remember, the Marlins would have never been in third place if it wasn't for Stanton.
And that's not how they look at it, though. And they claim they do it, and they don't take that into consideration. But historically, if you look at the voting, that's exactly how it's worked out.
Who votes for the MVP? The writers or?
I believe it's the writers.
Okay.
Put this in your head. If there's ever been a year where that guy who plays on that average team, who puts up the numbers, deserves being MVP, it's this year. I know Dawson one year did it, playing with the Cubs. The Cubs were horrific, but his numbers were ridiculous. This is one of those years that I think I think it would be of merit to give it to Stanton because of what he's been able to do on the field. He's improved defensively. He drove in over 100 runs. He really was the anchor of this team. You're right. But, you know, he leads the league in homers, and he's not hitting 240. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's he's hovering around 290, right? Isn't he hitting around 290?
Yeah, I believe 300?
So. It's almost 300 from what I remember. If there's ever been a year that a guy like that deserves to win the MVP, it's this year. I loved your point about pitchers have their own award. I've always said that. They have a Cy Young award for a reason. The MVP should not. I don't think you should disqualify a pitcher from winning it, but it has to be an extreme circumstance. It has to be a very extreme circumstance. It can't be left for interpretation. So, for whatever it's worth. 954-990-0036.
He's hitting 259 this year. No, I apologize. I'm sorry. 288.
I was going to say, he was around 290.
Yeah, 288.
Okay. Yeah, 259, I would have to tell you to erase that whole last 5 minutes that I said about them.
That was 2010. I read the chart backwards.
So that's why I think he should win it this year. Another good point you made about how the Angels have really taken that division for themselves, and Oakland making the biggest mistake getting rid of Cespedes. I thought it was a huge mistake. Not because he's won home run derbies, but because he was their power hitter, period.
Yeah, I mean, they were looking at it more as a postseason matchup, having another pitcher, but that totally changed the identity of the lineup because you have hitters that weren't, like, that's what I was saying, like the number 5 hitter, I don't know Oakland's roster, so I'm not even going to try to make names, but the number 5 hitter moved over to the number 4 spot. You know, you see different pitches and depending on where you are in the lineup.
Absolutely.
So that number 5 hitter wasn't used to seeing the pitches that he's seeing now. So he's being pitched to differently. It also changes everybody behind them because they moved everybody up a spot. You're changing the identity of the lineup. You know, like Cespedes was that power hitter, and then you had the complementary hitters after him. You don't have that power hitter without Cespedes anymore. So Oakland's kind of turned into a one-sided team. They don't have the runs that they were putting up on the scoreboard before Cespedes was there. So, I mean, I just hope they can hold on and then hopefully get to the playoffs where they wanted that matchup situation to go down. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to put runs to support their pitchers.
954-990-0036. I'm going to try to give you one more segment.
That's fine.
Let's go to break. We'll come back top of the hour, final hour, talk a little more Canes football, talk a little more about whatever you want to talk about here on the Amigo Show, SoFloRadio.com.
Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood, this is SoFloRadio.com.
Escape with your loved one to your own private fantasy world at the totally renovated Miami Princess Hotel, 4251 Northwest 11th Street, next to the airport in Miami. Unlock the secrets of your imagination in one of our 8 exotic theme rooms. Journey to the Orient in the Japanese room. Ancient delights await in the Roman room. Be the king of your jungle in the Tarzan room. Breathtaking suites designed to provide the utmost of intimacy. Miami Princess Hotel, located close to I-95 and the airport. Give them a call, 305-441-1862. That's 305-441-1862.
Welcome to the Moses Love Hour, filled with friends, live music, and conscious living. Take some time and come on the adventures aboard Mission Control. From the I Love Yoga studios in Dania Beach, Florida, USA. Streaming live Sunday nights from 9 to 10 on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology. Preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
We asked this gentleman to participate in our radio taste test challenge. On one table, terrestrial radio. On the other, SoFloRadio.com.
Do you have your blindfold on?
Yes.
Try a bite of this. Oh, God, that's awful. Tastes like the soiled briefs of a lonely fat man.
You just had a taste of all sports and corporate-backed right-wing assassin talk radio.
Now give this a try. That's gotta be SoFloRadio.com. Entertaining, funny, informative. I love it. Can I have more?
SoFloRadio.com. A full plate of delicious entertainment.
You are listening to The Amigo Show with Larry, the Amigo Million.
I can't believe you're a professional golfer. I think you should be working at the snack bar. You better relax, Bob. There is no way that you could have been as bad at hockey as you are at golf. All right, let's go. Oh! You like that, old man? You want a piece of me?
On SoFloRadio.com.
The price is wrong,
Bobby. Jason.
Get jazzy on. I'm that flight that you get on. International. First class seat on my lap, girl. Riding comfortable. Cause I know what that girl them need. New York to Haiti. I got lipstick stamps on my passport. You make it hard to leave. Been around the world, don't speak the language. But your booty don't need.
Not a big fan of the song.
All I really need to understand is when you talk dirty.
I just like this part.
Oh, my voice is done. I don't even know what to talk about. My voice is done. The Canes, man. So you understand what my point is?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to establish the run with Duke, and then it'll open other things up for Brad very easily.
Yeah.
I like what I see with his arm strength. But they've played the last 2 weeks against teams that aren't that good. It's just, I mean, this is a pretty good football team they're playing tonight.
I got something for you. What did you think about the fainting goat play?
That was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
And they did it on purpose too, because they knew that he was nothing they could do with him. He could actually he could actually cause them a penalty if he did something wrong in the way he moved. From what I understand, I think if he moved forward, like he just needed to stay still.
Is that why they did it?
So they said, "Well, we got to do something with him." So they, hey, why don't we do this? It'll come
Come
out on
on.
YouTube. Oh yeah, look, read it up. Absolutely, this was done on purpose. Like this was actually planned, choreographed.
Oh my God!
Based on the play they were running, I think there was nothing he was supposed to do. Like he was meant to stay there.
Okay.
So what better thing to do than that?
Make a pass. He hit the floor hard,
Oh, yeah.
and then he gets up and he gets smashed.
He got hammered.
He got hammered.
You saw the linebacker was waiting for him.
Yeah, like a shark. I watched one footage of it, and I had to watch it like 8 times, and I'm like, I don't see anything wrong with this play. And then as I scrolled down on the page, and I went to go click the other one, I saw it, and I'm like, wow, you've got to be kidding me. But See, like Owen Noodles were talking about that, like there was another like fake play in a basketball court of like a barking player, and a player got on all fours on the corner of the court, started barking, and then it totally like distracted the defense, and there was an inbounds pass right underneath for the bucket, which is ridiculous. I looked it up; it's ridiculous. Whatever.
That was pretty stupid, wasn't it?
It's not like the play worked. It was an interception anyways. So it was a total failure of a play.
It was an absolute failure. Brother, I'm going to leave you to do what you got to do, man. Because
Okay.
I am, like, it hurts to talk at this point. Like, I know you say I sound good. It's painful to say something. Like,
Dude,
it
I
hurts
understand.
From here, like, I am just dying on you here. But I will say this. Next Saturday, I come back with many, many Yankee Stadium stories. Part of the plan here, part of the reason why I don't want to take the little guy, this is a perfect note for me to leave on, is I want to grab one of the old video projector, like one of my old video cameras,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to videotape some of this. Like, I want to walk around the stadium. I'm going to capture people's reaction, people going nuts. Like, there's going to be 56,000 lunatics there that night.
Old man, do you really need to take a camcorder? You can't do this on your iPhone?
You run out of space after a while, these things.
What do you have,
do
the
it on
smallest
the iPad
iPhone or something?
No, I mean, I can do it on the iPad, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna look like an old man walking around with a camcorder.
People use a camcorder still. Not
Where?
the camcorder, the little handheld. Like, those things still exist, right? I mean, I
haven't
one.
seen one in a long time,
you
buddy.
serious?
Yeah, bro. I don't even see point and shoot cameras anymore. Like, all you see is people just taking out their phones and taking pictures.
Oh, I must be old then. Because that wasn't that long ago, bro.
I don't know. I don't
Have
see
a
them no
little
more.
freaking camera, and it was gonna charge it, and it's like it holds in my hand, and I can do everything else, and go.
I don't even see those little point and shoot cameras anymore. If I see anybody with a camera, it's a big SLR, like professional camera.
So
trying to look out for you.
I think the iPad's a little cumbersome.
I
But
think
it
that's
takes-
ridiculous.
What, the iPad?
Yeah, taking an iPad like that to a game or whatever. I find that a little weird. That's what I'm saying.
The
Use
phone doesn't capture the same pictures.
But it's HD. What do you mean it doesn't capture the same pictures?
HD.
It's like an HD camera on
Yeah,
that
it
thing.
is. So is this one.
Okay. I don't know.
I'm just thinking it's gonna be a weird night there. I mean, Yankee Stadium. Oh boy, the ghosts are gonna be out that night.
Yeah.
They come across the street. There's no doubt they came across the street. The ghosts are gonna be there, and that should be a wonderful experience, and I can't wait to share with you guys. I'm not sure yet. I may post on Twitter if I'm bringing the little guy or not. You'll see. You'll know if I went solo or with him.
Of course.
I have a feeling I'm going with him though. I got a feeling that I'm taking him. So
That's cool, man. Though
can you imagine? That's what an amazing moment to spend with my son.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, to do it, because as much as you're saying right now, I don't know it's gonna work. You're gonna kind of regret it a little bit too, especially when you guys get older. When
This
you guys
wasn't
get older,
in the budget, by the way. This was nowhere near being in the budget. None of this.
Sure, it wasn't. But as you guys get older and you guys start talking, you know, as father and son, and he's in his 20s or in his 30s, and you become even more of an old man, this is a moment that you guys are going to always bring up, and you're always going to be like, Papi, remember when we did this? Remember how this looked? This is something you're going to share for the rest of your life. It's not just next weekend.
Oh, I make a photo album out of this alone.
This is
You know,
going to
the
be
whole
one of your
Walgreens
favorite
photo
moments with
albums?
your son.
Yeah.
This is going to be up there probably with his birth. You know it.
Yeah.
You're trying to convince yourself otherwise, but you know it.
Thing is, solo
I
is
know, man.
weird. But the problem is, look, I can't even lie to you, dude. The money is like me going solo wasn't in the budget.
Wow.
I gotta buy his flight and buy his ticket in the stadium. That's another. You don't want to know how much they want.
Where are you looking at? In the secondary market?
Where? What? What am I?
No, I know the bleachers, yeah.
Oh, they want $250 and up. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
So like taking him costs.
Yeah.
6, 7. You know,
Mhm.
it's just a lot of extra money that I wasn't in the budget. It's just me going is a stretch. Taking him is almost impossible. But I'm having a struggle. I've got to work through it as I make the decision, because I either buy one or I buy two. I have to make the decision at one time. So I can't do it and then change my mind.
I know. And it's not like you have much time to make a decision either.
No, I don't. I'm thinking there's another avenue I'm thinking of using, and I've got my mother-in-law has miles that she loses every year, and I'm wondering if I can find a way to get those miles. She can gift those miles. If she's got miles losing that she doesn't cash in, she actually, like, we all get mad because we don't want to use them. But nobody. that might be the way to circumvent. And that's one of my attack plans. I'm going to go to her and I'm going to say, hey, listen, if your miles could subsidize the flights to and from, now buying him a ticket into the stadium and getting a hotel now becomes more of an affordable operation. If I can do that, then he's definitely going. And I think it would be good because then it'll be like a collective team effort to get him to go. And he'll feel, it won't just be a me thing. Because that's the other thing. I don't want it to be about me.
Right.
I want him to be appreciative that his mom was involved in this decision and his family wanted him to go. I won't forget it, bro. But either way, I'll definitely be there on Thursday. I'll let you know how it goes.
Good deal, bro.
954-990-0036. You gonna talk some Canes in my absence? I'll be listening.
Yeah, I'll talk some Canes. I'm gonna talk a little bit Floyd Mayweather also.
Oh man, wait a minute.
I'm so pissed off about this dude, man.
What now?
Yo, he's such a bitch, bro. Like the dude can't fight, man. Like I fall asleep every time. Why order these fights? $60, $70.
I won't see his fights anymore. Have you seen what he puts underneath his padding? How they tape his hand?
No.
It's a glove inside of a fucking. Ooh, I said it.
Yo, today you're on fire. It's all good.
Wow, I slipped. Again, you talked about the wrong person. I hate that guy.
I hate that guy, bro. That guy's.
Oh, I can't believe I just slipped
annoying.
and said that.
That guy's annoying. That guy.
Oh my god, that's awful that I said that bad word.
You know what? Like I feel about Mayweather, that if you catch him, not you per se, but somebody with a nice build, like a big build, catches him in a back like alley, they can beat him.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, man. That guy can't fight. What is he gonna do? Run from you and look for a referee to hug you? As soon as he hugs you, the bouncers come and break it up. Get the hell out of here, bro. Dude, the referee gave him the last fight against now Maidana. Dude, are you serious? Bro, you're supposed to have two arms locked in order to get broken up by the ref. The whole fight, this guy had one arm loose, punching Mayweather, and the referee Bayless kept on breaking it up. Like they didn't let the dude get into his inside game. That's why Mayweather ended up winning the fight. Mayweather throws a jab, he squirms away from you. Throws another jab, squirms away from you. He has no combinations. When was the last fight that he gave even a welt to anybody?
He's got a racket going here with this. This is unbelievable how bad he is.
Dude, like, when was the last time he knocked anybody out other than Victor Cruz when it was the sucker punch when he went to go talk to the referee? He was looking at the referee and he sucker punched him. It's the last time he knocked anybody out. And before that, when was the last time he knocked anybody out? You know what it is to be 47-0 and you only have 23 knockouts?
He is the most overrated
Extremely.
champion
ever,
in my opinion, in the history of my watching boxing. I've never seen one more overrated than him. I've been sold on him defensively, but defensively comes at a price.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at some point in football, they changed the rules, and these guys couldn't hover over receivers anymore. And now playing defense was a challenge. The moment the Seahawks play a little physical, they're saying that they're bumping and they're, and shoving, and that's why they play good defense. It's as simple. He plays within a certain rules where he holds and grapples and he does these little three-punch combinations. He is the most overrated champion in 40 years of my watching boxing.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know any other champion that, and I don't give a crap that he's 47-0. I don't care that, I understand defensively what he is. The problem I have with him is that he is never the aggressor.
Ever.
He's never the aggressor. So I don't understand how you're winning a fight by decision when you're not the aggressor. And then you combine that with a guy who maybe is trying to be the aggressor, and every time you've got a referee involving and separating and letting him do some of the stuff that he does. It's nonsense. He's awful.
And then Frank Noodles makes the comment to me saying that, no, that's boxing. That's boxing. Bro, boxing isn't sitting back waiting for somebody to punch you and then you run away from them. That's not boxing. And then he tells me, he goes, but in the Olympics, they have a point system. That's boxing. But it's a different type of boxing. I remember growing up, my dad used to gather me and go to his friend's house. I used to hate it because it was late, but we used to watch De La Hoya fights. We used to watch Tyson fights, Holyfield fights, Foreman fights. Bro, those were fights, bro. You used to want to go in and used to look forward to watching those fights. You can't look forward to a Mayweather fight anymore. I don't think I'm ever going to waste my time anymore.
I won't spend a dime on it again on him.
And I'm not spending. I usually stream them for free. I used to do the whole pirate thing, but I
did that a couple times.
It's worth it. It's free. But I went to Brother Jimmy's this time. The place is good. But I went to Brother Jimmy's to go watch the fight, and we're looking forward to this fight. Bro, it says something when the undercard is more interesting than the actual main event.
Well, it's been working out like that lately with Mayweather.
But you know what the issue is with Mayweather, right? Boxing is protecting him. Because without Mayweather, what does boxing have? Boxing doesn't have anything. So the only thing that holds Mayweather upright right now is that 47-0 record, because as soon as he loses one match, that Money Mayweather aspect goes out the door.
They have no big timer, and that's the problem that boxing's running into. They don't have a face for the game. This guy's a bad face for the game. I've always said it. Very bad face for the game. He's not entertaining. He's
at all.
Boring.
He's very boring.
He's helped the MMA movement very much because he's terrible.
The most entertaining thing that Floyd Mayweather brings to fights is what he's going to say in the post-fight conference.
I don't even find that. I find him ignorant, stupid.
Well, you tried Larry Merchant a few years back.
I think he's embarrassing. In fact, I think African Americans should be embarrassed with the way he conducts himself and behaves, because everything he does is all he does is exacerbate the stereotypes that already exist that many African Americans are trying to walk away from or shy away from, and unfairly associated with African Americans. Yet this guy exacerbates them. He absolutely, to a point where he lives them. Whoa. He's a misogynist. He's a chauvinist. And then all this, he's got all this cockiness. And the most important thing in the world to be able to do is read, and the guy can't read. And I know that that's a sensitive subject, but he took time to do a lot of other things. All right? If he took some time to put that together, he got a lot of money. Make the effort and do it. Don't talk to me about how you're not doing it. And I know that sounds insensitive, but it comes insensitive from a guy who I think has been insensitive his whole career. And I think he's been nothing but a guy who's been an attention whore, right? Who loves having millions and talking about how he gambles and what he does with his money, okay? And the bottom line is that you want to talk about a narcissist. This guy's the narcissist to the nth degree.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And he's bad for sports. He's bad for his game. And he's a bad person. He's a bad person. What he did to the security guard in his community several years back was atrocious. I've forever tried him on Twitter. You know what? He probably kicked my ass with 3 punches. I don't care. I still try him because I think he's a punk. I think he's a wuss is what I think he is. I think él es poco hombre, and it's proven outside the ring as well as inside the ring. He fights the way he lives his life, on the run. That's all that guy does. He's an embarrassment to sports, and if boxing is hanging their hat on that guy, then they've got a troubled future. They need to find some other guy. They could hang it on a Tyson, and it still survived to a certain degree. This guy, in many ways, is worse. Worse. And Tyson was a train wreck. This guy is a train wreck. They're going to find him dead one day.
Mm-hmm.
He messed with some Russians
his wife and
everything.
everything.
He is an awful human being. And that's why I hope one day some man comes in and literally just pounds him to oblivion. That will be the day I'll be happiest.
Yeah. Before you go, I'm going to ask you this question, because if you find this opinion stupid, then let it find stupid. Omar and Frank rip me, and to be honest, I can care less because everybody has their own opinion at the end of the day. Let's put their weight classes aside. Okay, now that you were talking about he's one of the most overrated champions in history. Mm-hmm. So let's put the weight classes aside. Forget their weights. Say that they're all the same exact body. Mm-hmm. If you put Mayweather in the ring against Tyson, a Holyfield, a Foreman, a De La Hoya, any of those powerhouses, a Muhammad Ali, a Joe Louis, Mayweather doesn't beat any of those guys.
Yeah, but remember, you can't. The weight thing is a big problem.
But I'm saying make it the same.
If you go
make it their
against other
styles.
lightweights, like Duran would have kicked his ass.
Okay.
All right. I think De La Hoya.
In his prime.
I think De La Hoya.
Remember, Mayweather beat De La Hoya, but
twice.
His last fight, pretty much, his last couple fights.
Towards the end of his career.
So when he was done.
If he would have got him earlier, what would have happened? I don't know.
The other thing which is going to lead me to this point, the other thing that makes him the biggest puss in the world is that he's been running away from Pacquiao for the last 4 or 5 years.
That's unbelievable.
Okay, now he wants to fight Pacquiao. Now he can beat him because Pacquiao has lost a lot, especially since the last time he got knocked out.
He was already on second wind. So that resurgence was on second wind. He was waiting for it to go away. He knew that if he caught him at the prime, that to me makes him poco hombre. That makes him a guy. Look, say whatever you want about Ali. Ali fought everybody. Ali didn't run from anybody.
And so did Tyson.
Tyson would fight anybody that wanted to fight him. At the end of the day, you got to be that guy in boxing. If you're not that guy, that's part of what makes you the greatest. Not a record that says you're 47-0. That's hogwash. That's a bunch of hogwash.
It is.
All right, Chavez was the same nonsense with his garbage. He would fight. Hogwash. Fight. And Chavez had some balls because Chavez at least would fight guys. He didn't care. He didn't necessarily run.
Right.
All right. But I think Mayweather is a product of the moment, product of the game the way it is, and I don't find him to be one of the great champions. It's just my opinion.
We'll talk more about that when we get back. Larry, feel better, bro. Te quiero.
Later, bro.
Take it easy, bro.
Canes.
We'll come back. We'll talk more Mayweather. We'll get more into baseball and talk more Canes on the Amigo Show live here on SoFloRadio.com.
From the heart of downtown Hollywood, this is SoFloRadio.com.
Escape with your loved one to your own private fantasy world at the totally renovated Miami Princess Hotel, 4251 Northwest 11th Street, next to the airport in Miami. Unlock the secrets of your imagination in one of our 8 exotic theme rooms. Journey to the Orient in the Japanese room. Ancient delights await in the Roman room. Be the king of your jungle in the Tarzan room. Breathtaking suites designed to provide the utmost of intimacy. Miami Princess Hotel, located close to I-95 and the airport. Give them a call, 305-441-1862. That's 305-441-1862.
Welcome to the Moses Love Hour, filled with friends, live music, and conscious living. Take some time and come on the adventures aboard Mission Control. From the I Love Yoga studios in Dania Beach, Florida, USA, streaming live Sunday nights from 9 to 10 on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology. Preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
We asked this gentleman to participate in our radio taste test challenge. On one table, terrestrial radio. On the other, SoFloRadio.com. Do you have your blindfold on?
Yes.
Try a bite of this.
Oh, God, that's awful. Tastes like the soiled briefs of a lonely fat man.
You just had a taste of all sports and corporate-backed right-wing assassin talk radio. Now give this a try.
That's gotta be SoFloRadio.com. Entertaining, funny, informative. I love it. Can I have more?
SoFloRadio.com. A full plate of delicious entertainment.
You are listening to The Amigo Show with Larry, the Amigo Million.
Guys, we didn't come here for no reason. I said, guys, this is ours, man.
On SoFloRadio.com.
Those men looked me in my eye and they said, we got this, Jameis. And I said, are you strong? They said, I'm strong if you strong. And I said, we strong then.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15%.
The Amigo Show live here on SoFloRadio.com. Yeah, Jameis, I hope you're strong. Especially now. I hope your team's strong. What y'all guys gonna do? What you guys got with your little 4th string quarterback, Sean McGuire? That's right, I'm calling you out 3 times. Boy, Amigo ain't here to protect you today. Even though he never really protects you. I'm calling you out, son. Call in 954-990-0036. In fact, I want to hear from all the Canes fam out there. All the Canes fans, all the Canes fam, everyone Canes, if you bleed orange and green like me, I want to hear from you right now. Before I get into Winston, by the way, I heard he got ripped on College Game Day. Haven't been able to watch. Just the discussion going around Twitter right now was that he got absolutely ripped by Corso and Herbstreit and Forzo and all that. And Fuller, excuse me. But I want to finish on this Mayweather thing because, I mean, guys, you guys are going to make fun of me. It's like, man, you get your ass whooped by Mayweather. And you know what? You're probably right. I would get my ass whooped. I'm not saying I wouldn't get my ass whooped. But I am saying that at the end of the day, the dude's not a good boxer. As Amigo was saying, he's not the aggressor. He's always playing on the defense. It's very easy. As soon as the fight starts, touch gloves, he's already taking steps back. He has no combinations, throws in one jab, runs away. Throws another little jab, runs away. Throw another jab, runs away. He ends up winning at the end of the day because he gets more punches to connect than his opponents because his opponents just can't catch him. That's why he's such a punk about running away from Pacquiao the last 4 years. Now, Pacquiao is 2 years younger than him, but Pacquiao has received a lot more punishment than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather does not look like he's 37 years old. Floyd Mayweather does not look like he's aged at all. His body is in great shape for being 37 because nobody has really caught Floyd Mayweather that way. I would love to see Floyd Mayweather's fights like in the beginning of his career. Maybe like the first 10 fights of his career. Is this the way that he always fought? Is this the way that he's always boxed? Because I don't know how you can make a career of running away from your opponent your whole entire career. Kind of making me upset that I didn't take working out more seriously than what I did, and I would have gotten in the ring there as well, and I would have run away from people too. Can't do it now, but I could have done it if I actually put my mind to it. If you give me 3 years to train, even right now, I'm 31. So if you give me 3 years to train, puts me at 34. He'll be at 40. Let me get in the ring with him. I bet you I can give him at least a good 5 rounds. Everyone's laughing their ass off. Laugh at me. Call the show. 954-990-0036. I know I'm talking out of my ass. But it's Saturday. I'm not even thinking about this crap. I'm thinking about the Canes. Canes playing Nebraska today. I'm also thinking about Winston. But look, real quick before I get into that, this made me laugh like a lot. And this was the whole feud that even 50 Cent has a feud with Floyd Mayweather.
Woke up, I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck.
I can't play that. My Amigo's going to get mad. I should have thought about that. But pretty much he told Floyd Mayweather that he couldn't read. And he challenged him to read a page of a Harry Potter book without messing up. And he would give him, what was like $750,000 or something like that. So the video came out a few days later saying that he challenged him to be out on Jimmy Kimmel. And that he wasn't going to put him under the pressure of reading a page out of Harry Potter, so he was going to give him Cat in the Hat. One of the funniest disses I've probably ever heard in my whole entire life. It was awesome. But whatever. So going back over to Winston. What are you guys going to do, FSU? FSU playing ranked number 1, playing Clemson at number 22. It's going to be a tough game. I don't know if that was the FSU hate in me, but I was saying that Clemson could have beat FSU in one half without Winston in the game. I think one half of Winston in the game was not enough for FSU to win this game. At the end of the day, this whole team revolves around Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's the one getting away from the pressure, making the right throws, making the right plays, making the right decisions. He's the one that's carried this team. He carried this team last year. Without Jameis Winston, FSU would not be the champions. Auburn would have been. Or actually, I would have even said Alabama would have been. Because if it wasn't for that kickoff return on that field goal, 108 yards, then Alabama would have never, then Auburn would have never been in the position that they were in. Because they were ready to lose that game. That was a hell of a play. But even Auburn really played them. Look how bad FSU was with how bad Jameis Winston played in the national championship game. Winston didn't start getting his act together until late in the fourth quarter when he put a couple drives together and he was able to put points up on the board. Other than that, what did FSU do that game? Because Auburn put up, 400, 500 yards on them? And they were able to walk, and they almost walked away with the crystal ball. So FSU has their work cut out for them tonight. Another team that has their work cut out for them is the Miami Hurricanes. So Miami Hurricanes come in. Nebraska comes in 8th rushing in the nation, 47th passing, 10th in points, and 21 points against. They haven't played anybody, though. That's why these stats are hard to follow. These stats are hard to read because they haven't played anybody. Who's McNeese State? Who's Florida Atlantic? Speaking of Florida Atlantic, I'm going to change gears here real quick. Hurricanes hockey with a win last night. Great crowd. We had the ladies of Delta Phi Epsilon out there as they packed the house. Canes won 9-3 all over FAU. FAU couldn't do anything with the puck. Couldn't get any shots on goal. Canes, once you let those floodgates open, it's going to pour down, and the Canes, let's show you that's what's up. Migo's going to be like, what are you doing talking hockey on my show? But, at the end of the day, this team is on the up and up. Place was packed. Everybody wearing Hurricane hockey shirts. A couple of jerseys out there. I urge you to make your way out there to these hockey games. It's $5 a game, but you know what? It's worth it. And yeah, it was free last year, so you missed your opportunity. They're charging this year, but it's gonna move the team in the right direction. And I strongly urge everybody to go check out that team. They play in the Kendall Ice Arena out there in Kendall on 157th Avenue and Kendall Drive. On 104th Avenue, which is Killian Parkway, I believe. I live on the street and I don't even know what it's called. But it's a great time and it's a lot of fun. I actually push the program a lot because I am the PA voice of the team. So anyways, back to football because this is where all our attention's going to be. There's a couple good games being played tonight. FSU is going to be on ABC versus Clemson. Then you got Miami and Nebraska. I'm sure we're going to be flipping back and forth where I'm going to be watching this party. Crew's getting together. Going to be a crazy watch party at the doggy's house. Yeah, T-Dog, you my boy. So it's gonna be great. Yeah, I mean I can't talk about this enough. You know, it's Miami. I hope Miami has a game plan and has had a game plan going into this game. We were hoping that the game plan was gonna take into effect against Louisville, but it felt like they just kind of made up the game plan there, like on the flight over there, because at the end of the day, there was no game plan like that. The game plan needs to stay, and it needs to stay intact. And I'm getting a phone call, so I'm going to go right to the phone lines right now. If your number ends in 1522, you're on the Amigo Show. What's up?
Yo, what's good, Frankie? What's Q?
Yeah, Q, what's up, bro? Welcome to the show, man.
How's it going, brother? Hey, I just calling to tell everybody to get ready. It's the beginning, baby. We're gonna turn it around. This game's gonna be the one that we turn it around and get back to where we need to be. So, everybody, all the negative Nancy's out there, I want to see you on Twitter tomorrow. Get on your knees and beg forgiveness for all your transgressions on the own program that you're supposed to love. All the negative, all the bad things everybody's been saying, you're going to have to eat it. So, one time for my Canes fam up at T-Dog's house, representing everybody down south, and go Canes, baby.
Now, Q's a big-time supporter. Let me see if I catch him before he hangs up. Q's a big-time Golden supporter. So, Q, would you say that this is one of the biggest games in the career for Al Golden?
I agree. It is one of the biggest games. The only thing I see is it's not in conference. So, God forbid something will happen and we lose. We still got a chance to do something in conference. But I believe he has to win this game in order to get all these monkeys off his back.
Exactly. It's not a big game because it is a non-conference game, so that doesn't make it a big game for Al Golden. It makes it a big game for Al Golden because there's been a lot of people out there that have been giving Golden a lot of crap, and a lot of it has to do, obviously, because of the defensive coordinator. They're not seeing Golden let go of D'Onofrio, so they're kind of now passing the blame on to Golden because Golden can't do... Or Golden, honestly, bro, look, Golden. I'm a huge Golden supporter, but Golden hasn't shown on the big games that he's a good coach on the field. He may be a good coach in practice, but X's and O's, Golden hasn't shown that he's a great coach. So this would be one way to actually turn around all the haters, as you say.
Let's see what happens. Right now, we 8th in the nation in defense. I know it's been against Arizona State and FAMU and all these sister colleges, but before the Arizona State, everybody was saying, be careful, we might lose this game. So you got to give a little credit. If before the game you're saying that we might lose, when we come out and we beat them like we did, you can't just back up and say, we should have did that. You know what I mean? So people like to play both sides of the fence, not only with Golden, with everything in life. You know what I mean? And that's the way they do things. Not me. I support regardless. So, like I said, one time for the Kings fan and go Kings, baby.
All right, Q. Thanks a lot, bro. We'll talk to you later.
Got it.
So, that's a phone call from the heart of the Canes family, and the Canes fan itself, because this guy bleeds orange and green. He's got Sebastian tattoos, Orange Bowl tattoos, dog wearing a sweater tattoo. The dude bleeds orange and green, and it sucks that Golden is being put in this predicament right now, especially after he signed the contract and the extension that he did, because he's getting blamed for a lot of the faults that D'Onofrio's showing. D'Onofrio's the one with the bad defensive scheme. D'Onofrio's the one that's giving the excuses. D'Onofrio's the one that's not letting the players play to the best of their ability. He's the one holding back. He's the one calling on the defensive plays. At one point or another, Golden needs to step in. I understand that's his boy, and I understand that this worked in Temple. Miami's not Temple. Miami, we understand the rebuilding process. It's been 4 years now. No, to be honest, it's been like 10 years now. When was the last time we won the championship? We haven't been good since 2003. When the last championship in 01 should have been another one in 02, but we really haven't been good since 03, 04. So it's been about 10 years. We here for a little bit, but we're starting to get frustrated with it. And when Golden first came into the program, we were fine with it. Fine, let's rebuild. You know, we got the cloud over our head. Let the sanctions go away. Golden still had decent recruiting classes the last couple of years, even with the cloud over the Miami Hurricanes, even with that cloud over Coral Gables. Now the cloud's gone. Now we saw the freshmen that came into this program this year. We've seen the players that we've been getting a couple times. It's not like we have nobody on offense to help out. We have weapons on offense. You got Duke Johnson, you got Stacey Coley, you got Philip Dorsett, you got Clive Walford. All those are weapons. Those are great players. Those aren't just anybody players. I know UM hasn't been able to really produce anybody draft-wise, but look at Alan Hearns. Alan Hearns looked great at UM. One of the best receivers stat-wise that UM has ever had. Undrafted. Went into Jacksonville. Went to go prove himself. Showing numbers in preseason. All right, let's see what you can do in the regular season. All of a sudden comes out with 100-plus yards on receiving in this first game and 2 touchdowns. Everybody went right for the fantasy pool to grab out Alan Hearns, right? Alan Hearns was even up for poll for the Rookie Player of the Week. I don't know who finally won it. But this team has players, and this team is getting, this squad is getting kids to come and fulfill those positions. Now you need a coaching staff to trust these kids at the positions that they're in. The offense is being called now by Coley, the selfie king. But I agree with Amigo when he says we need to get rid of that little screen pass that we've been throwing around. We need to throw the ball more downfield. Let's see how they're going to take the handcuffs off of Kaya. And this is going to be the last time on the last show in the history of my life that I'm going to bring this up. The handcuffs have got to go. If we walk into today's game and they score with the same, I'm sure it's not going to be as heavy. I'm sure it's going to be a little more lenient than it was against Louisville. But if we come with the same exact game plan and the same exact play calling that we did during Louisville, we're going to see a lot of people really pissed off with Golden. And that's the reason why I've been saying, and I've been trying to state all show, that this is the biggest game in the Golden career. Amigo is trying to tell me, no, it was last year Florida State. It was at that time. Okay? At that time. Now, it's Golden's biggest game. I mean, hell, at the time, wasn't the UF victory the biggest game in Golden's career? Yeah. So now it's this one. Even if we don't win the game, but as long as we're there at the end making a last-minute attempt to win the game, Golden should get the monkey off his back. Golden should get at least a percentage of the haters off his back. If they go in there showing balls, if they go in there showing attitude, if they go in there showing, quote-unquote, swagger, he should get the monkey off his back. He should get all those haters off his back. Everybody that's been ripping him apart. Everybody that's been just saying, look, Golden, you got to go. You're not a Hurricane. All those people are going to have to be quiet. And I'm a Golden supporter. I think he's a great coach. He talks well. Maybe that's what has hypnotized a lot of us, but he's a great speaker. I love his philosophy. I love his style. I love what he brings to the table, but he hasn't shown me anything on game day, which has been the issue for a lot of people. And unfortunately, he has to hide his face behind his defense because he's the head coach. He's the face of the team. But at one point, I know they're boys, but at one point, don't you go to your boy and be like, look, I know you're running your thing. I'm gonna sit back. I know you're running your game. I know you're running your thing. I know you're running your scheme. But we need to do something to change this. We need you to mix it up. Give them a chance. Try to give them a more of a chance to make a play than just sitting back and waiting for the ball to be thrown on you and then you tackle whoever has the ball. The couple turnovers that we had against Louisville, I keep going back to the Louisville game because it's kind of irrelevant to go back to the Arkansas State and to the FAMU, especially talking defense. FAMU, they didn't allow a defensive touchdown. The touchdown was scored off a bad hike in the end zone over the punter's head. They allowed 2 against Arkansas State. The yardage didn't match up, though. I'm going to bring that up as I talk. The yardage didn't match up, though. But at one point, you got to walk to your boy and say, hey, look, we need to give this team an opportunity. Okay, that's where I was going. So in Louisville, the couple turnovers that we were able to come up with were on blitzes, and it's where you give your players the best opportunity to act on instinct. We talked about it earlier in the show. That's the issue with the zone. They didn't know zone when they're playing high school ball. You don't get taught zone in high school ball unless your team is at another level, and teams like Central and Carroll City right now aren't even really running zone. They're running a lot of bump and run. They're running a lot of press, and they're running, I'm going to stay on my man. If my man goes to the bathroom, I'm following him to the bathroom. One of those cliches that I used to get from my dad all the time when I used to play sports. This is your man. If he goes to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom. If he goes to get a drink of water, you go get a drink of water. If he sits in his mom's car, you sit in his mom's car. Have the same mentality with defense. Let these guys cover their man. Let them talk crap or whatever they do. I've seen Dion talk some smack. I saw Dion running his mouth. Let them run their mouth. Let them gain that confidence. Total yards for this is a lot of yards for a team like that. Total yards for Arkansas State was 329. Rushing wasn't a big deal. They got 93 rushing yards on 47 attempts. It's the passing game. It's the passing game. 236 yards in the air. That's too many. That's too many for Arkansas State. The one turnover we got was the one was a fumble, but the other turnover we got was on that on that fainting goat play, that debacle of a fake punt pass that Arkansas State threw over. They need to let these guys play man. Let them cover their guy. I'm sure our defense is going to look a whole lot different if we're not allowing passing windows on the offense. And I totally agree with what Amigo said as well. There's two kinds of zones. There's man zone, there's zone man. Yo, you got a linebacker. Let Denzel Perriman play a zone in the middle of the field. Let him take a step back 9 yards. As soon as those 9 yards are gone, whoever's in front of him, he's going to get on his ass. So you can mix both up. If that's what you want to do, mix them both up. But put these players in a position to succeed. Stop putting them in a position to fail. And the way that D'Onofrio is running his defense right now, he's putting these kids in a position to fail. 954-990-0036. I see a couple people tuned in. Shout out to my Canes fan for tuning in. This is your pregame show, so you can go ahead and make the call. We will be talking Canes, especially for the last 20 minutes of the show. We got about 20 minutes left, and then I'm calling it quits. Or they're getting me off the air. But they need to stop putting these kids in a position to fail. They need to put them in a position to succeed. By putting them to a position to succeed, even if it's a couple plays and it's not the whole entire game. So that means that I'm giving D'Onofrio some plays to crap himself and call a bad shot. You start gaining that confidence with a couple plays. You start letting them make plays that they can dive in front of the ball and swat it away. That they can dive in front of the ball and try to make a play, make a game-changing play, an interception, a deflection. By those couple plays, you're gonna get those players happy with how they're performing, and the confidence is gonna build. Before we know it, we're gonna be all over the place. I know I'm bringing back old stuff, but a thing that was in the 2003, 2001 defenses was a lot of speed, and we're not showing that speed on defense. And the reason why is because they're thinking too much. Let them play on instincts. You'll see the way these kids fly around the field if they don't have to think about what they're doing. Give them a man, let them cover them, let them go down the field, let them make plays. Give them a chance to succeed. Stop letting them fail. 954-990-0036. We'll be back with the final segment of the Amigo Show live here on SoulFlowRadio.com.
Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoulFlowRadio.com.
Escape with your loved one to your own private fantasy world at the totally renovated Miami Princess Hotel, 4251 Northwest 11th Street, next to the airport in Miami. Unlock the secrets of your imagination in one of our 8 exotic theme rooms. Journey to the Orient in the Japanese room. Ancient delights await in the Roman room. Be the king of your jungle in the Tarzan room. Breathtaking suites designed to provide the utmost of intimacy. Miami Princess Hotel, located close to I-95 and the airport. Give them a call, 305-441-1862. That's 305-441-1862.
Welcome to the Moses Love Hour, filled with friends, live music, and conscious living. Take some time and come on the adventures aboard Mission Control. From the I Love Yoga studios in Dania Beach, Florida, USA. Streaming live
Sunday nights from 9 to 10
on SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology. Preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now, 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
We asked this gentleman to participate in our radio taste test challenge. On one table, terrestrial radio. On the other, SoFloRadio.com.
Do you have your blindfold on?
Yes.
Try a bite of this. Oh, God, that's awful. Tastes like the soiled briefs of a lonely fat man.
You just had a taste of all sports and corporate-backed right-wing assassin talk radio. Now give this a try.
That's gotta be SoFloRadio.com. Entertaining, funny, informative. I love it. Can I have more?
SoFloRadio.com. A full plate of delicious entertainment.
You are listening to The Amigo Show with Larry, the Amigo Million.
Over these last few weeks, and I remember when you first got here, you wrote a piece of paper in my locker. I don't know why I'm crying so much, man.
On SoFloRadio.com.
Mom, you the real MVP.
Final segment here on the Amigo Show. I want to hear from you Canes fans. 954-990-0036. Heard from one last segment. But bro, going through my Twitter, watch, going through my Twitter. D'Onofrio soft defense. Stop playing zone. Start trusting your players. Let them play with their instincts. Let them play with their natural talent. Bro, that's 5-6 straight tweets right down on the road that I just got hit up with. I don't know, man. I don't know. We gotta do something tonight. We gotta do something tonight that's different than Nebraska's not expecting to see. 954-990-0036. It's frustrating me already because I'm one of those guys that I'm going to give my coach the benefit of the doubt all the way to the end. All the way to the very end. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But when they start putting me in a position that I start looking stupid, then I have to start changing gears. And I was on the Randy Shannon bus for a long time until the very last season. I thought he was a great coach. He was a great defensive coordinator for us. And I thought it was going to what's the word I'm looking for? Transfer over to the field on as a head coach. I'll use the wrong words, whatever. But as soon as I started seeing that this guy, there was no player development. This guy was promising players and just putting them on the field like that. You know what it is for Jacory to be in high school? He walks in to recruit Jacory, but like, don't worry, come to Miami, you're going to be the starting quarterback next year. No competition, just purely on what he did in high school. All right, cool. Jacory was probably your best bet at that time. But that's not how you go into a season. Just because Al Golden has his eyes on, let's say he's not here anymore, but on Olsen, doesn't mean that now he's going to be the starting quarterback just because Olsen's like, yep, he's going to be the starting quarterback because I know he's going to be. No, you need to let them play out the parts. It's the reason why Kaya was a freshman too, so they didn't know what he was going to do, but that's the reason why they've all been competing. Look what Olsen ended up doing. Olsen ended up slipping all the way to third on the depth chart. Eventually we know why, because he's a knucklehead and he's very immature, and that's the reason why he got dismissed. If you guys have been living under a rock, that's it. Olsen's gone. He was suspended indefinitely, and then he was dismissed the day after by the school. His football career is done. This guy's a knucklehead. 954-990-0036. I have to stop before I start saying words that I'm going to regret later on. The same thing is starting to happen with me with D'Onofrio. Like I came out right off the gate and I was like, bro, you know what? D'Onofrio's numbers were improving when he was over in Temple. As the years went on, D'Onofrio's numbers were getting better and better. So I said, let him get his chance here. Now we're in the fourth year and we're still seeing the same thing. I thought we were going to see a totally different defense walking into the season, but it's been a totally different thing. We got a phone call. We're going to the phone lines. 2213, you're on the Amigo Show. Haha, what's up?
Frankie, what's up, bro? It's Frank.
Yo, what's up, Noodles?
What's going on, brother? Hey, listen, man. All this quarterback talk is fine, all right? But football is based on defense and special teams, all right? That's where those big wins used to come from back in the 80s and the 90s. We used to dominate teams on defense and on special teams.
Agreed.
And until we don't get that unlocked, all right, especially with D'Onofrio here, nothing's going to happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you bring back Russell Maryland, Cortez Kennedy, Michael Barrow. Bro, I could give you a list of greats, all right? Unless we start putting these players in the right position, nothing is ever going to happen, bro. And me as a fan, this is the way that I'm looking at this year right now. We got one more year with Shalala until she leaves, all right? Hopefully the person that comes in cares enough about the football program to start recruiting recruits down here in Dade County, Broward, and Palm Beach, where those teams came from, okay? We're not recruiting players from Northeast and Seattle and all these other places, all right? Because this is home based on here to high school talent, all right? We got the best high school talent in the nation. We don't got to go anywhere else to get our recruits. So I'm waiting for this year to finish out, and once this year finishes out, bro, and you know what I'm saying, I'll start having hope again. But right now, man, you just got to kind of weather through the storm, and I really don't have that much hope for tonight's game. I mean, I really hope, you know what I'm saying, that's my Canes. I hope they come through tonight, but it's bleak in my mind.
I don't know how much of my tirade you were listening to, but you kind of touched on a couple points that I touched up on. I don't think we have bad players. I think it's a bad coach coaching these players. He's not letting them play to the top of their ability, to the best of their ability. A lot of sports have to do with playing on instincts, okay? You play rec leagues all over the place. I hear your stories. Now, a lot of sports is based on instinct. When you don't think about what you're doing and you just play on what your natural talent is, that's when you start shining. Now, D'Onofrio's putting these guys to play the soft zone, to play a scheme that they've never learned before, they never played before in their life. And I think that D'Onofrio, also not being a good coach, he's also a bad teacher because he's not doing a good job teaching these guys this scheme. So you have players like Tracy Howard getting lost in coverages because he has no idea which man to cover, the man coming underneath or the man going over the top, and that's when you get holes in your coverage, and the quarterback's going to pick you apart.
Frankie, listen, bro. It comes down to basic. All right, this is basic 101 football. On defense, you need to pressure the quarterback. All right? This is something this guy does not believe in. He just wants to sit back there and wait for the play to come to him. That's his defensive philosophy.
Yeah, agreed.
And that is not going to work, bro. That's not going to work. We here in Miami, bro, we used to, back with the days of Daniel Stubbs, Russell Maryland, Warren Sapp, bro, we get after the quarterback, bro. We create turnovers. We don't play this sissy-ass defense that we're playing out here.
But
you
know that's what makes it very aggravating and very, like, it. We've been promised for the last 4 years that the reason why we were playing this 4 years ago and 3 years ago, which was okay because we had the cloud and we were rebuilding and yada, yada, yada. But the excuse that he was feeding to us was that he didn't have the players to fit his scheme. 4 years later, you should have the players now to fit your scheme. What's with the excuses still?
Yeah, bro. Listen, at this point, I used to rail on D'Onofrio. At this point, I'm on Golden, bro. Enough of this guy already. He's a great interview. He says all the right things, but he has no idea what he's doing as a coach. It's either that or his assistants suck. All right, because Coley is all right. All right, I give him from a 1 to 10. I give him like a 6 or a 7. He doesn't really make a difference out there. I mean, I give Kaya credit. They started the right guy because I think as a true freshman, he's playing well. Okay, but I mean, they're just not. They're not doing what UM football stands for, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it already. I think Golden's got to go. I think we need another coach in here. And enough of his interviews. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, great. He weathered out the storm with us, and he says all the right things. But when it comes down to the field, he's just not cutting it.
I don't think he's the problem. I understand where you're coming from. I'm going to ask you one question before I let you go, but I don't think he's the problem. I do think you touched on the problem that he has bad assistants. I don't think he's a bad coach. Now, that goes also saying that he hasn't shown us enough to think that, because game days he hasn't shown enough X's and O's to prove that he's the great coach. I still think it's not on him. I'm not ready to give it on Golden. Now, saying that, is this the biggest game in the career of Al Golden?
Well, it's not the biggest, but I mean, he has no signature wins at this point. Nothing. The only signature win that he has is against the Gators, and that was against a bad Gator team.
So
he's beat no one in the top 25. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, every time we go up against prime competition, he folds, bro. And I got to put it on him at some point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As much as I like the guy, he's a great dude. But, I mean, you can't hire somebody that you can't fire. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on with D'Onofrio. That guy needs to be fired. So I'll let you go, Frankie.
Yeah, bro. Hey, thanks for the listen. Thanks for the call.
Later.
So, yeah, that's Noodles. I mean, I agree with a lot of the points that he's saying. I don't agree with everything, but I agree with a lot of the points that he's saying. I'm still not ready to give up on Golden yet. I'm still not ready to give up on Golden. We'll see how the rest of this year goes through, but I'm still not ready to give up on him. I'd like to give the support to my coaches. The assistants, on the other hand, I'm not ready to pick on Coley just yet, even though that the Selfie King has made a couple of questionable play calls himself. Not only in the Louisville game, has also been on the FAMU game that I was more upset about. This week he was a little better against Arkansas, or last week he was a little better against Arkansas State, but I'm not ready to turn on him just yet. This is the quarterback that he wanted. We're going to see the way that this was his vision. Remember, Kaya is his project. He went and he made an effort to go recruit this kid. He made an effort to go and really, really make sure that this kid came to Miami. They're also going and pushing forward because they picked up I believe it was his guard, Barmilo. So that's a good sign also, that looking about familiar faces that Kaya's going to be able to hang around with, to be around with, and it's going to just make him more confident out there in the pocket. 5 minutes left here on the Amigo Show. A couple more minutes for a couple more callers if you'd like. 954-990-0036. I'm a homer. I'm a Canes fan. I'm tatted. I bleed orange and green. I'm going to say Miami's going to come out and win. I'm looking at like 31-24. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but I'm never going to go into a Canes game saying, bro, look, you know what? We're going to lose. Even last year against FSU, I didn't think we had a chance. But even when somebody asked me what score, I still said the Hurricanes were going to come on top. And if I didn't think Miami didn't have a chance to win, I would have never driven the 12 hours that it takes to get to Tallahassee or Tallahassee and actually go ahead and play against the Seminoles. Bro, that was a hostile environment. I had all my boys out there with me. I had Q, I had T-Dog, I had Posada, I had Tito. They were all out there. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. D-Rock out there too. All my boys out there with me. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun tailgating. The walk to the stadium was interesting. T-Dog, man, a little Chihuahua opening his mouth going all nuts because he's got his bodyguards around him. But it was a lot of fun. But I would have never put myself in a situation like that if I didn't think Miami had an opportunity to win. If I didn't think Miami had an opportunity to come out on top. To halftime, it looked like we were in the game. Then all of a sudden, it just went upside down. But Frank Noodles is right, though. It's Golden. He has us hypnotized with his speech because he's a great talker. He does great interviews, but he hasn't had that game to show us that he is the coach for the U. He hasn't showed it. Maybe it's because of his assistants. We won't know that unless one of them are gone. We're not going to know until that point what's going on. I'm going to wrap up the show ragging on the Marlins. So I get to go to the Marlins game tomorrow. not looking so much. So not looking too forward to watching the game. I think I'm looking more forward to it because of the company that I'm going to have. Shout out to my brother. Happy birthday to you. Gonna go. Last week was my dad's birthday, so we're gonna go get together and make it a trip, which is gonna be fun because I haven't gone to a game with my dad and my brother in quite some time. Sister's gonna be out there too, so that's gonna be kind of cool. I'm mostly upset that I have to give this guy money, and I'm trying to find every obstacle in the way not to make sure that he gets the money in his pocket per se, because I'm not gonna go into Marlins Park and pay $25 for a ticket. The cheapest ticket at the box office for Marlins Park is $25. Now, I'm not going to give him where my tricks are away. Oh, the parking $15 right there. Just between me and my girl and parking, that's already $65 to get into the freaking park. But I'm not going to give all my secrets away. But there's a parking lot that I know that's across the street. I'll let you guys do some homework and find it yourself. Parking lot across the street's $5. No blocky, no blocky. It's $5. Around the corner of that lot, there's a little shop. Okay, and I'll give you a hint. It's near the batting cage. There's a little spot, and they got tickets for $10. Grab a couple of tickets there, walk into the park. That's half off, bro. That's 50%. That's more than 50%. I think that's like 60% right there. I'm going to walk into that ballpark, only spending $25. And then we'll see if I get a drink or something like that. But bobblehead night tomorrow. So I got my Jose Fernandez bobblehead. I'm going to make sure I'm one of the first ones. Should I hurry up and try to make it to the ballpark quick? I mean, does anybody really go into the ballpark? They're only giving the bobbleheads to the first 12,000 or something like that. I haven't been to a Marlins Sunday game in a really long time. So I don't even know what kind of crowd to expect on a Sunday at a Marlins game. But it is what it is. 2 minutes. 2 minutos. At least we got to hear from the Amigo today. He was here for about, he got here like at 10:30, left at 11:30. So he was here for about an hour. Not bad. I had to carry the show unprepared for the last couple hours or so, but I was up for the challenge. Like the Canes going to be up for the challenge tonight in Lincoln. The word is the O-line's ready. Been practicing with loud music and fan noise all week at Green Tree. I hope we come out ready. We need to come out ready. We need to come out ready to punch Nebraska in the mouth. We got to stop Abdullah right away. If we don't make moves right away, we're going to be smacked in the mouth and they're going to take us out of the game. And we're all going to get drunk tonight because we're not going to want to deal with the scrutiny of it. We're just going to want to just be like, whatever. Another long Saturday night being a Canes fan. I'm optimistic, though. I think we can win this game. I said it 31-24. I'll come back to this tape next week and we'll see how close I was. Shout out to Q. Shout out to Noodles. Thank you for calling in the show. Shout out to Posada. He wasn't able to call in like he had told me he was going to call in, but he was shooting me a lot of text throughout the show. Everybody that tweeted. You can catch me at Frank the Tank 305. You can catch my show on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 here on SoFloRadio.com. I call it The Asylum. As you can tell a little bit today, I'm a bit off my rocker. Amigo, hope you feel better. Canes fans, have fun tonight. Be safe. I'm going to wrap this show up the way I wrap my show up. We don't wave. We don't clap. We throw up the U. Good night, South Florida. Let's go, Canes.
Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com.